What happened? Ladies and gentlemen, it is I. Take that echo down. The ultimate Kahuna. And I'm joined here today by Mr. A.C. Pritchard and Miss Alyssa Hazel. Welcome to the show.
Hello. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. And we decided we would break your heart. Actually, you chose this yourself. You jumped off this bridge on your own.
I did. I think though, single me before I got wedded, would have
got wedded. That you sound like one
wedded.
Of the brides in Seven Brides and Seven Brothers. He got me. Took me.
He got me. Something like that. But I mean, single me would probably like leap off a cliff for 1980s, 90s Tom Selleck, though. I'm probably not
fair,
alone in that.
As a straight man in his 30s, I might as well. But
that mustache is pretty powerful.
Yeah, if you're gonna go swinging another way, and on what a great way to start the podcast.
It's like, how bisexual are these hosts? No, not enough. Anyway. But yes, we are talking about Quigley Down Under and some of the writings of the author, Miss Alyssa Hazel. Speaking of which,
Thank you.
Here it is. Hello. Little twitching right here. I've read most of it. I don't love all the poetry, but the dragon story was by far and away my favorite. I really enjoyed it. It was quite fun.
Yeah, one of the interesting things about the first book is that I think it was a good model for me about how to respond to audience feedback because. Like you just said, the poetry wasn't that popular with a lot of people. The book was created by a lot of what I created in school, one of which was a poetry class. And so when I was done, I realized I have a lot of stuff that I did for school. And so if I write like a couple more stories, polish them up a little bit, flesh them out a little bit more, I could have a full book. So it's an interesting jumping off point because technically the trad publishing that I did I would say Phantom Whispers took a story of mine a couple years ago, but interestingly enough, my poetry was the only thing that actually got accepted by traditional literary magazines until Phantom Whispers. All of my my short stories were actually were kindly abstained from, so to speak. So that is one interesting. I think it's interesting, especially when we're looking at like the Iron Age and Iron Seas kind of thing about what rings true with academia. Because these are all literary kind of magazines.
Yeah, academia is its own sort of market almost. It's really it's very specific and much more exclusionary than some other markets that I've noted, that I've been a part of.
Yeah, and it's interesting when you look at they don't accept genre work, generally speaking, which is I don't want to say odd, but I think it cuts out a great deal of the market that you create. And I think it's just it limits what you're going to receive, because once you get rid of like fantasy and science fiction and everything that's under the speculative umbrella, you're left with just literary fiction. And what does that even look like anymore? Because Jane Eyre would probably be considered literary fiction, and now it's considered like gothic horror or gothic romance, depending on who you ask, which is genre related.
Yeah.
So it's like, what does literary fiction even mean anymore?
I have some small answer. I've talked to a professor about this, and in his opinion, and kind of my adopted opinion as well, he helped give me that kind of format for thinking about it this way. He said that modern literary fiction is speculative fiction, but it's speculative about the self. It's about the person, each individual, and that's probably why I don't love it most of the time.
It is unfortunate because it invites. I'm trying to remember. There was something very recent that reminded me. But the power of fiction and writing in general is allowing people to get a perspective that they would have never had before. For example, I don't know if you know Mr. Davis, aka Brain Leakage, online. I think was on Daddy Warpig's live stream recently. Is either yesterday or it's going to be tomorrow.
The name sounds really familiar.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people in the space. So
That's true. That's true. And I don't know how much he considers himself in this space, but the reason why I brought him up is that I finished reading beta reading his book that he's working on, which is called War and Pieces, and it's a collection of different different scenes and kind of
like snippets, not even quite a short story.
I mean, they're fully functioning stories, but they're pieces of his experience as a veteran of the Iraq War between, I think, like 2005 and 2008. Stands a couple of examples.
The GWAT era, big time.
Yeah, so it's but for me, as a I don't want to say a very small lady who has a gluten intolerance, bursts into flame in the sun, and will randomly burst into hives. Like, that's an experience I probably will never have. But it was a
I would venture not. You would. Yeah. There's white, which I am, and then there's white with a HWAIGHT.
Yes,
that's what you got going on.
Yeah, like there, and then there's the white women and then the white women. So we're getting into the subcategories there, but that's
depends on how much you like Starbucks.
Anyway. I guess I do Starbucks occasionally, so I'm a victim of my stereotype. but no, reading that book was a great example of how fiction, particularly I would call it literary fiction because it is nonfiction. In a sense,
it's based in real experiences, anyway.
Yeah, it can invite other people who would never have that experience otherwise into seeing through another person's eyes, and I think that's the real power of literary fiction. And I think the reason why we have such rampant, I don't want to say rampant narcissism, but that's probably closer
correct,
to it, is that the rampant narcissism in a lot of academic circles is because we're only capable of reading books and writing books from our own very limited perspectives.
The whole write what you know. Overstated. It's kind of overstated.
Yeah.
It's like, don't rampantly write about things without any consideration for what the real experience may be, or basically don't go in blind necessarily, but there's a lot you can learn about yourself by writing about things that aren't really your perspective. And a lot of my more like the last things that I was writing was a female main character, and so that's really interesting kind of perspective to try to dive my head into. Hold on just a second. I want to say hi to some of our guests.
Sounds good to me.
Oh, hey, look, it's you. Oh my, double dipping, I see.
Yeah, I don't often go on to my official YouTube channel, but I like being on it when I do the chats.
Hey, what's up, Maleficent? That's a funny name for a man. Anyway, let's see. Oh, hey, that's us. That's us. We got Eric Grant. You know, Eric, I'll let you stay today. It's fine.
Hi, Eric.
Hi, Cal. Yeah, no, that's perfect. But yeah, no, getting back to it, I have a statement. I'm curious what you think about it, because you clearly think about some of the deeper implications of some of these things.
Yeah.
In my opinion, history and nonfiction is really good for understanding how the world is and how the world was.
Yeah.
But I think fiction, specifically a lot of the fiction that I'm interested in, it's more important for understanding yourself. Because a lot of what fiction, even science fiction and fantasy, is exploring the extremes of ideas, using the guise of fantasy and science fiction to explore extreme scenarios, taking things to a further extent than even reality can at times. And so that helps me understand certain things about myself. It's not my whole purpose in reading those things, but it's something I definitely recognize. What do you think?
I think that yes, I think with an asterisk. I don't think you necessarily have a full self-exploration from fiction, but I think you can have ideas of your own challenged in a fantasy work, because I think that people, when you go into like fantasy or science fiction or that kind of thing, you can, without the I would say the baggage of real life, explore ideas that you wouldn't necessarily be able to without the baggage therein. I think Terry Pratchett's boots idea is a good example of it, or a fairly good example of it. Where he, I haven't read a lot of his work, but I do know that he regularly does social satire through like different elements. I've read Mort, which is, I probably need to read more of his things, but Mort was excellent.
Well, he's written so much too. He's one of those prolific writers who's just like,
Yeah.
I'm not waiting for something to become successful. I will write away anyway. And then he became successful and scared people with his body of work.
Yeah. But I think that's, you can go into a work and then have your ideas either challenged or reinforced, or become a little bit more softened, if that makes sense.
Take off the harsh edges a little bit.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember some good examples.
Hello, John.
Hello, John. I think James Clavell's Shogun, I think, is one that kind of toes the line between I wouldn't call it nonfiction. I would say it's probably more historically.
It's so close.
Yeah, I think it's incredibly historically accurate for being written in like the 70s, when you couldn't just research things at a drop of a hat. Even if you don't necessarily like the book, you have to give it to James Clavell for being able to just weave this beautiful world in such like vivid detail, based off of his in real life experiences, which I believe he was a POW during World War II with the Japanese, and I think that was part of his experiences. But also just from research, like I didn't realize until I read Shogun that samurai weren't necessarily a type of warrior, but a class or like a caste in Japanese society, and that's why technically when that article was like, women were samurai too. Yes, Sharon, but samurai was a caste/class, and the women were trained, but that doesn't mean they were frontliners
Very
or like
typical, not
yeah.
typically frontline
Well,
soldiers.
because
No.
part of
It's
the
Not to say that
training
no
is
woman ever could, because what is a weapon if not an enhancer?
Yeah.
A
Right.
weapon, like the more advanced the weapon gets, the more equal the playing field becomes.
Yeah.
Essentially.
That's why I like guns.
yeah, they're good.
Yes.
Especially so. Anyway, yeah.
Please don't die,
Happy,
Kahuna.
happy
It'd be
day in
very
America.
awkward.
Yeah, don't do that. Happy day in America. They just did that gun law thing recently, but
Blessings.
side note, I think a lot of it with the samurais is like it's like a meditation. You know, it's like a discipline kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's part of their like I don't know their belief system with that. So
I
training,
like
yeah,
stories
but
that don't pretend that Japan was this wonderful place.
Yeah.
There are wonderful things about Japan, but
Yeah. Hey, it's the otter. Hey,
yo,
hey.
it's him, it's male. You know, we have representation in the chat. It's a beautiful
That's
thing.
true. That's true.
I was like, hey, dude, you'd fit in great with the crowd in Seattle. They got me kicked off of Reddit, but anyway, it's a whole.
I mean, if you get kicked off of Reddit, are you really doing anything but gaining more reputation?
It's always for the most for me. It was always the most innocuous things that got me kicked off. None of my extreme opinions. It was just like, I was on a marriage subreddit. I suggested that maybe with some families, with some kids, physical discipline may be necessary sometimes, and permanent ban.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I was spanked as a kid, and I turned out like I turned out okay. Like sometimes, but that is a whole nother conversation topic that might get us banned from YouTube.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I won't want that. Anyways, and yep, John actually, Squirmy is currently terrorizing the husband, so we can go on this live stream as long as possible.
Oh,
I joke. I'm not going to do that to him. I do love him, and he works in the morning.
Such a good nickname for a little one too.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's what she does. She squirms, so it's descriptive. I was going to do Swampy because she's a little gassy, but the husband looked at me and was just like,
I'm not going to call my daughter Swampy. Sorry.
I feel like every little girl needs a nickname that sounds like her 80-year-old grandpa gave it to her. Just like, oh, my little Swampy, come on over here.
Get on here, my little whippersnapper. Well, it's some fun Southern thing.
Yeah.
It's like my dad called my sister my little kukui nut when she was little. Nice little Hawaiian one. I call Elric that sometimes too. But I think with my oldest, oldest was Boo Boo because he had his mom's lips, so big Boo Boo lips. And then with my second one, Squishy, because from as a child, an infant, and a young boy, very squishy boy.
Yeah. But speaking of foreign and terrible cultures, did we want to talk about Australia?
Oh, there's.
Or do we talk about books first?
Oh, we can do a bit of both. Australia, man, they used to be such a cool country.
Yeah, back when Alan Rickman was playing villains over there. It was beautiful.
And it was actually filmed there. A lot of films about Australia are actually filmed in Australia, which is not always the case, especially in Hollywood.
Yeah,
which is rather unusual.
Well, I think it's one of the things I like about Quigley Down Under is that they filmed on location. I mean, it was the 90s. They're not going to throw everybody in front of a green CGI and pretend like there's something there when it's not. It's just beautiful, and it looks so physically gripping because
desolate.
Yeah, desolate but gripping, and kind of an odd beauty to the place too.
Yeah, and Australia is such a large place too. They like looking into them historically. They have their own version of the Western expansion that we had here in the United States, but it was quite different over there.
Yeah,
it's
one of those things where I kind of want to look into the history of it, because I was talking to the husband about this, and I know that there's like in in Quigley Down
Aboriginals?
Under. Yeah. The only stuff I've ever heard about it has come from Hollywood movies, and they tend to be slanted in one direction usually. So there's a part of me that's like, I know that things were different over there. There were different dynamics, I think, probably than it was over here. But also, I know that Hollywood tends to, again, lean one way or the other. So there's a part of me that wants to research what actually happened. But I also feel like that might ruin the movie for me a little bit. So
Well, it goes with the modern narrative, which is the peaceful savage is displaced and unjustly hunted down by the invading. Wow, sorry, child.
Yeah. Now,
Yeah, judging by there's
hello.
the hedge.
Hello, Herman, the half-lung hunter.
Good eye.
Oh, how's your health, mate? Is it good?
Is he actually Australian, or is he just faking it?
I'm an Australian.
Yeah, authentic.
Australian is Foster's for beer.
Oh boy, he's pissed.
I feel like I'm getting punked right now.
You are.
Good.
I live in Michigan.
All right,
the
good.
Michigan version.
Yeah, I was about to ask you. So, since you are an Australian, could you tell us something about the Aboriginals? But I never quite know. It's
Well, the only Aboriginal I know is called Abby.
right.
No, it is interesting, and for me, they're one of the most distinct looking people.
Yeah.
They're almost like their skin tone is so unique. How wide their nose is, and the way the facial structure. Like I'm Hawaiian and Polynesian, so I'm always looking at that kind of stuff, and it's interesting. It's like a little look. They look slightly African, but not quite. They look slightly Polynesian, but definitely not.
And
very, very unique looking people.
Yeah, and it's I don't know. It is one of those situations where I feel like I do kind of want to research more, because in another movie I watched in university, so it's obviously very not biased in how they present
authentic
things.
And no misjudgment of history. No.
Yeah, it was a story about a band of Aboriginal singers, or like Aboriginal ancestry who were singing during the Vietnam War. And it was mentioned that one of them passed for white, so she was taken from her family and then raised in a white community. So I don't know if that actually happened, if it happened but with like an asterisk. So it's just like,
I do have a little bit of knowledge regarding that kind of thing.
Yeah.
It wasn't universal, obviously, because nothing is, but largely, if a child was a mixed race child, they were typically rejected by both groups, which was really unfortunate. There were very, very few groups that actually took care of those children, and as a consequence, many of them never got to live much of a life or even a full life, unfortunately.
Yeah, which is never fun. My technically three of my nieces and nephews are like quarter black, and two of them are more black presenting, and the other one has like red hair. So it's just, I don't know, if those kind of things just feel a little bit more personal with me. But that's a lot more of a serious topic, and we're here to talk about Tom Selleck's amazing mustache and the rest of the movie, of course. I mean, Alan Rickman's there too.
Well, he is very dreamy.
Cora is one pretty Italian. I'll tell you that. That's one pretty Italian woman.
That is one thing about Tom Selleck, is he was able to transition from Magnum PI right into westerns.
Oh yeah, he brought that swagger. He was already there.
Yeah, he also did. I think he did some comedy work too. I remember a movie where he plays a writer who writes like James Bond kind of things, but it's like what's that movie where the lady author gets dragged to like the jungle?
Romancing the Stone?
Yeah, it's like Romancing the Stone, but with Tom Selleck as the as the main hero.
Instead of Michael Douglas.
Yeah. Oh no! Like the lady. Tom Selleck's the
yes.
lady instead of.
Oh, yeah.
It's actually a pretty funny movie. I have to look it up at some point. But
Well,
no,
that sounds
Tom.
fun.
I saw the movie for the first time when I must have been like high school, and I didn't rewatch it until I think fairly recently, like a couple years ago. And
The other movie or this movie in particular? Sorry.
Quigley Down Under.
Yes. No,
And
I watched this as a child, and so it's always kind of been there, but like you haven't seen it in a long time. It's like I
Yeah.
get the details mixed up.
Yeah, I would say, if I may be so bold, this is kind of one of those perfect movies where, like, change nothing about it. It's timeless. It's classic. You throw it on. Nothing's aged poorly. Like everything still hits, and it's just a perfect movie.
And
Like,
it's one of those it does that thing that older movies do in particular, which is it kind of has a little bit of everything and it makes it work.
Yeah.
A lot of modern movies aren't able to pivot tone and keep a cohesive narrative.
Yeah.
But movies from back then, especially, and this is a good example. It's not a comedy, but it sure is funny. It has action, it has romance, it has intrigue, it has
Yeah.
drama and tragedy, and it all.
And people get shot.
That's true.
By that
Yeah.
beautiful Sharps buffalo rifle. This
Yeah.
child may need to go somewhere. Hold on.
Well, in the
Dude, I did.
Quarantine the child.
I did less coughing after surgery, dude.
half lung.
Walk it off. Walk it off.
That's what they literally do. Is they make you walk.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. They did the same thing with my C-section, I think.
Yeah,
Same thing with my C-section. How do you think he came about? Anyway, say hi.
Hi.
This is little Kahuna, not mini Kahuna. His name's Thorin, and he is coughing up my lung. It sounds like, but
Terrible.
doing okay, buddy? Okay, good. Go sit. If you keep coughing, I'll just send you to the farm. I guess I don't know something.
To the gulag with you, child.
It's like what was the name of the horse in Animal Farm? Yeah, you're going to
I thought you were about to
retire.
say- I thought you were supposed to be the horse in Never Ending Story, and I'm like,
Oh my
Kahuna,
god.
that just got dark.
Artax!
No, you're sinking Artax.
Yeah, he died in the swamp of sadness or whatever it was.
Well, when it comes to Kahuna, remember this is the guy who will live stream from his shower. So
That is true. That is uncomfortably. It's happened more than it should. Anyway, I'm not doing that with you.
We had if we had a nickel for every time. We'd have 2 nickels, but it's weird that it's happened twice.
Yeah.
Actually, no, it's happened like a dozen times. Anyway, we call that pattern recognition. Anyway, people in the comments, what was your favorite thing or moment or just overall favorite thing from Quigley Down Under? I'm curious. Wherever we have the poll, but you can answer too, except for Lord Otter because he's gay. Anyway, we're talking about Quigley, and I saw Redot Production mention this earlier, but this movie is one of the reasons.
Artwork in Otter's books. I don't think he's gay.
I don't know. One of his characters
very,
was
very
presented with a
closeted.
nude woman. He said no. It's questionable.
his favorite movie is Brokeback Mountain. I mean,
I
He
did
just
hear
really,
him
no,
say that.
Herman. That's because he really
interior
likes it. So that's a whole
decorating.
different thing. I've never seen a man with such small hands decorate cupcakes as efficiently as a Lord Otter. He's a beautiful man.
And he's a forest.
Oh, but no, the Sharps buffalo rifle. I have a model of it, not the same kind of action, unfortunately, but this movie is one of the reasons I love that gun.
Mm.
You're an author. How do you spell it wrong, Otter? Come on.
It's called irony.
I know. How? Like, Alyssa,
You know, that
we're
is
surrounded
the
by
whole
authors.
movie.
You guys never spell things wrong, obviously.
that's
Ever.
true.
Yeah, that
TTP, you are correct. The part where he went down to Australia is the whole movie, but it is a very good movie. So you are correct.
I also think there was a movie with that title too. So
I think it was based on a series of books, actually. But like, unfortunately, almost every movie is, whether they say it outright or not.
I think when I mentioned rewatching it on Twitter, someone did Louis D'Amour, maybe.
Louis
I
L'Amour.
might, yeah.
He wrote like a madman. Did he even write all of his books? Because he has what, hundreds, a few hundred.
Yeah, my wife is like an absolute Louis L'Amour fan. So
Yeah, I like my variety of modern kind of westerns as well. Like I'm a big fan of the Long Mile.
I got to look
series.
this up now.
Yeah, no, it's
It's not
quite
Louis.
it's quite
It should
good.
be Louis.
It captures all the things that I love about westerns and puts it into like a modern context. But
Yeah.
no, talking about Quigley, does Quigley, like Matthew Quigley, really change in this movie? He softens towards Cora a little bit. But I'd say it's more of a flat arc kind of situation.
Yeah, I think that he's a good example of a static character done well.
Yeah.
Where it's more of, is he going to survive than is he going to change?
Yeah, it's like circumstances change. Does the man change as well, or does he remain as he is? It basically tests the moral fiber and the philosophy of a character. It's like, are you going to change how you act and who you are based on very altered circumstances, or will you still maintain who you are? It's like you saw that for a moment when he considered leaving Cora in the desert.
Yeah,
because I was watching with my girlfriend at the time. She'd never seen it. She started off saying it's a silly movie, and by the end she's like, why haven't they kissed yet? I'm like, I don't know, it's gonna happen. I know it happens. I've seen this.
That's any day now.
It does. Like, it's not till like the end of the film. It's
which honestly, again, I think is why the romance works so well, because it's not, they don't tip their hand at any point during the movie, because you know that if they did the movie nowadays, they would have hooked up in the desert or whatever. Yeah. But the fact that Quigley shows restraint with her in the beginning, like he doesn't treat her like property or a thing, I think is the immediate distinction of him over the other people. Like, it starts with him being polite towards somebody who's being like kind of a jackwagon towards an elderly couple. But then when he gets into a fight to keep her from being carted off by these guys, the man
who hired him, which is quite funny as well.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, it's a good character introduction, and it's a good combination of character introduction for both him and Cora, character revealing, but also getting him from the beginning to transporting and sort of introducing us to our antagonist via his goons, in a sense. Like,
his reputation precedes him in the form of the men that he hires, because they're under his influence. And I think that all of these characterizations, which are really strong and well done early in the film, I think what a lot of that does is it takes away basically know who everybody is except for Cora, and that kind of draws attention to, oh, maybe there's more than meets the eye with the crazy Italian girl.
Yeah, and it's because the pacing of the movie is also very good. When you finally do learn what's going on, it kind of just keeps sort of going along, but I'm trying to find the best way to describe it. It's a moment of shock and horror that we're not allowed to linger on.
Because she doesn't
audience.
linger on it.
Yeah,
she kind of like goes back into La La Land.
Yeah. Or kind of a facade of La La Land almost, because it's like, how coherent is she actually?
I don't think she's all the way coherent.
No, I don't think she's all the way there, but I feel like she's more she's more aware than she lets on, I think, as a defense mechanism, but she is there are some frayed wires up there, if that makes sense.
Yeah, she spent she cooked in the sun a little too long, I think. But
Okay, Louis L'Amour did not write any of the Quigley series because there is no Quigley series. It was written by, I think, a New York Times, it was Los Angeles Times writer who was looking into the Aboriginal genocide in Australia during that time and came up, I guess, with Quigley. Louis L'Amour did write the Sackett series, and Tom Selleck did star in a few of those movies.
So some connection, just not the one we thought of, obviously.
Yeah. Well, was one? I think I remember one of them being a movie that he did with the other guy who has a great mustache.
Yeah. Oh God, he was also in Big Lebowski.
Sam
Elliott is who you're thinking of?
Yeah. There's I think I have that on DVD actually. So
it's actually weirder to see him without a mustache. If you've ever seen the old Roadhouse,
I don't want to look it up. There's just
it's wrong. He has like a 5 o'clock shadow, maybe a little gruffer, but
too much pain there. Too much pain.
Basically.
That's a great movie though.
Yeah. The one of the interesting parts of exactly. I was kind of surprised that there wasn't like a Quigley movie and then Quigley Down Under.
Well, how did it do financially? Because sometimes there's a movie like this where it's beloved, it's a cult classic. We see it generations later, but it maybe didn't make money when it was upon its release. I'll look it up. Can't be that hard.
Yeah. I'm looking it up right now. I'm going to get to it first.
While you guys race, I'm going to babble for a second. I think one of the interesting things, if we want to bring in the what we were talking about earlier with how literature can bring you into a different perspective. One thing I really like about Cora is that she is an intensely feminine character. Like every part of, including being a little crazy, ridiculous. But every
just little that kind of helps off, in my opinion.
Yeah. Well, every aspect of her character, from the characterization to her backstory to everything, is incredibly feminine. Like you couldn't swap her out with a man. Like you couldn't do that. And I think it's a shame we didn't have more characters like her, because she's both very feminine and a woman, and the pain that she has in her life is very feminine, and the redemption that she finds in the movie is also from a place of being a woman and being a mother. So it's I really do wish that we got more characters like her after the fact, because I struggle to think of a single character, even after this push of female characters and female representation, thinking of a single female character that has come after her that really encapsulates all of the pain that a woman can experience. And that's the loss of a child, but not just a loss of a child, but a loss of a child by your own hand. Like that's a character that they just couldn't make nowadays.
If you do, it's a horror character essentially.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. No, I completely agree.
They get kind of close in some things like House of the Dragon, but even then that's not like by her own hand, and they kind of paint her as a little bit of it's kind of a horrible reality of medieval births, but like, yeah, in that instance, it wasn't by her own hand. So like, that's a whole different context.
Yeah.
If you're interested in another story that I think explores aspects of femininity and motherhood specifically, not quite the same, but it is Wolf Children. There's a manga for it, which is quite good.
I think I've heard of that one before.
It may wreck you. You're a new mom. It will wreck you. But
Yeah.
it's very. The anime is. There's a movie. It's cheap. I highly recommend. Very, very touching story. Very sad.
Yeah,
but very
I'll probably cry. I
It's touching. You may need therapy afterwards, but it's a great movie.
Well, I did read The Road when I was very started to resemble a pumpkin pregnant. And actually that was a pretty good book. I maybe I would have cried more if I was a dad, but obviously I couldn't identify at all with any of it because clearly I'm not dad.
No, because you can only identify with characters who look and think exactly like you. That's how that works.
Exactly.
Yeah. But no, I hate that because it's like, one of my favorite tropes in a fantasy book, a well-written fantasy book, a mother chapter, like perspective chapter. I always like, for some reason, whenever I see it in a book and it's well done, it's like my favorite perspective is that of like a mother story. Game of Thrones, like Song of Ice and Fire, you have Catelyn Stark. Those her chapters were my favorite until spoilers, it doesn't work out for her. But
yeah,
while she was around, she was my favorite. Or even The Sword of Kaigan, which is a more mainstream fantasy book, but maybe a good half of that book is written from the mom's perspective, and I find that quite fascinating myself.
Of course, yeah. Caitlin sort of sows her own, so she's kind of sows ill will. So it both in the book and also in the movie, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, maybe it's just her faith and her care. And it's like, if you had done a few things crucially different, like basically she was stalwart and strong and not acting purely out of emotion for most of the story. But then at crucial decision-making moments, she did. And that's what leads to her downfall ultimately in that story. Yeah. And maybe that has something to do with her husband no longer being part of the story. Maybe George didn't give it a thought. But I find it interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. I will say the husband does keep me from leaping off a bridge occasionally. I'm gonna do it. No, you're not.
Just like, honey, calm down. It's fine.
Yeah.
I think everybody. No, that's not true. I think a lot of women want that, even if not all women need it.
The self-destruction or the stable husband?
Both.
I mean, I can't argue with that. I went to school to be an English and creative writing major.
And you're not gay. Congratulations.
No, my favorite joke came out of that whole thing. There was a gal in my writing group that identified as like queer. And she was talking about how she loved Black Flag because it was free of the male gaze. And I just looked at her and I was like, I actually like male homosexuals. Deadpan. And she cracked up.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
that's a pretty good. That's so bad. That's a good joke. That's fine.
Yeah. I told my husband the other day because I'm playing a merge game because I'm a mom and I get nap trapped a lot. And I told him, I've been playing this merge game for a while, but my driving hasn't gotten any better. And he was just like, wow. That was awful.
My wife's a nerd. Anyway. No.
Anyways. And of course, the day after that, I blow out a tire. So,
Yeah. Here's a question.
Okay.
Let's test what level of female you are.
Okay.
Have you ever gone to get your oil changed and been convinced that you needed special oil for your car and that oil was going to cost much more money than it actually did?
No, because I'm cheap and I don't.
There you go.
There we go.
It's like there's a buddy of mine. We go adventure riding together, which is just riding motorcycles off road and on road, and then hanging ourselves between two trees to be eaten by bears. But for 2 years, this guy, 6'3", was using this hammock and he's so cheap. He bought it for $7 at a garage sale.
Mm.
And he's like, man, I don't know how you guys sleep in these things. I'm looking at him like, your head and your legs are hanging out. That's a child's hammock. This free man has been using for 2 years. I'm like, brother, spend $18. Get a new hammock. Come on.
The funny part is my wife knows more about cars than I do. So,
Same.
Mm.
Your wife? Oh,
Yeah.
Oh.
She-
my wife also has the bigger car. She has the pickup. I have the
Listen-
freaking Ford Escape.
she
Listen.
has the bigger balls, Herman, of course.
Listen, one person in marriage needs to know something about cars, and then the other one has to know something about insurance. So
Yes.
as long as you know something about insurance, or are willing to sit and listen to hold music longer than she is.
Oh, that's
guys are
where I come
equally
in.
yoked. Yep,
Yeah,
equally
that's where I
yoked.
come. Yep, there we go.
Equally yoked.
I'm like,
I would rather
insurance and-
destroy my car
So-
than wait on the phone for someone to tell me that they're not going to help me. That's
yeah. Well, the good
Oh.
news is that the husband does both. So I just hold the baby.
Are you the meme of the girl who's just driving, hits a curb? Oopsie! Oh my gosh! What was that?
Maybe. I don't know. I've survived on Twitter this long, to be honest, but I think I'm hitting a good streak. So I'm just gonna keep riding the wave as long as it lasts.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
but
Yeah.
we got lucky. All the weirdos fled to Blue Sky. So
That's
fair.
true.
Not
for the,
enough
for
of
the
them.
most part.
yeah,
There's still
maybe
a whole bunch of
maybe if we
aggressive
can like
bots.
contain them there.
Maybe.
Like,
There was a
aren't
guy
you-
who tried to apply Freud to the relationship between my husband and his mother the other day. So I don't think all of the freaks have left
Yeah.
Twitter
You're
yet.
also female. You get different freaks in male. Like men and women get different freaks in different
Yeah.
circles.
I've been bogged down in a spiritual battle with somebody I don't even know if they're real or a bot. Basically, since midday yesterday, and
You're AC
The reason
arguing
I'm-
with the Chinese iPhone, my man.
I know
Not
it's like
real.
this is just like somebody's laptop somewhere arguing with me right now, and because he's like trying to convince me just totally like wrong things about Jesus. And I'm just like, no, dude, I
Yeah.
can't just sit here and listen to this. I got to push back. And I was trolling him at first, but then he kept going. And I'm just like, do I keep going? No, I'm done.
You don't
After his last
engage,
like
man.
6-tweet thing, I was like, no. I'm
Yeah. I think there is a kind of masochism that some people have online to
ho.
wanting to be beat up in an argument.
I don't. I'm not like that very often. Every now and again, I'll get in a spicy mood. I
Mm.
think you told me off one time a long time ago.
Did I?
Oh, I probably deserved it. I was in a
I
spicy.
don't know. All right. I post my pregnancy, I the reason why I don't block people is that occasionally people annoy me. So I don't, but here's the thing though, over the course of pregnancy, they could have just been really reasonable and I'm just hormonal. So I didn't
Right.
want to block them because I might be the unreasonable one. So I just mute them and then come back to it later and just unmute them. Because I might be the unreasonable one actually in this conversation. So I don't want to be mean and just sometimes that happens.
I never have that. Every now and again, I'll be like, I was poking the bear. I didn't have to poke as much as I did.
I feel
Yeah.
that way too.
But you
I-
wanted,
You know, sometimes, and I don't know, man. Sometimes I'm just like, I'll see something and it's just so outrageous. I'm like, I need to say something, but then I'll just close the X app. I'll hop in Discord and I'll just start bullying King Bob
Hey,
in there.
sometimes that's the solution.
Yeah.
Um,
God bless you, King Bob. You saved a lot of scalps online. You're a
Yeah.
saint. Yeah.
Well, not to get us into a completely different conversation topic, but I just feel like part of the fun has come out of social media recently. The more I realize that people are just will say whatever to make people angry and to get money out of making other people angry, and we'll just lie about the most horrific
Yeah.
things, and then and it's just like and I wouldn't be so bothered by it, I guess. I mean, I would be bothering, but it's also like in order to get more traction from the social media algorithm, you have to engage with these people because that's the stuff that pops off, and then you either have to engage with them or you have to somehow bully your way back into the algorithm. And it's just, this is just,
Yeah.
It's hard because, like, for me, like, Christian, I try not to agitate too often.
yeah.
I found, but I'm also not trying. Like, I'm not on Twitter to grow my social media on Twitter.
Yeah.
I'm just on Twitter to, like, be a part of projects, share projects, and
Yeah.
see funny things my friends post for the most part.
Yeah.
But it's like for me, that consideration comes more into my comedy. I'm like, what jokes am I going to say? Or it's like how how much innuendo will I put in? Am I comfortable putting into a video? It's like, it's not that I'm embarrassed. It's like, my kids will see this someday. It's like, you got to consider some of these things.
True.
Like, my ex-wife, she had this picture she posted of her with 4 hookah tubes at a party when we were younger. I'm like, our kids are going to see everything we've ever posted someday. It'll happen. Like, come on.
This is the advantage of graduating in the 80s.
Mm.
None of that stuff was around.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it is, if you are trying to grow your social media platform, and I mean, I'm going to be open about it because trying to write books and that kind of thing, you want to get the larger audience and you want to market things and
get attention, essentially.
Yeah. And it's a balance of I really don't want to play that game. It's not really what I want to do. It's very tiresome, and I have a baby to take care of.
Yep.
But it's also like, I have been so close to 7,000 followers for like 2 months now.
1,000 for me, and I used to have 10 back like in 2013 or something. I used to have 10,000. So it's like, I get it. It's frustrating.
I find the best way to get attention is to lose body parts.
That's great. Yeah.
It's like I think of people that I see a lot on Twitter. I don't know what determines. Maybe it's just like likes what a post I like on Twitter. I see a lot of your posts, and I'm like, okay, so she's got like the animal thing, like you'll do the animal like picture and post, and like a literary thing, a book thing. It's like you will almost never talk about your own works directly. You're always mostly just posting like funny quips, jokes, questions, or maybe something a little bit spicy. Not like NSFW.
Yeah, no, I got you. Yeah,
spicy opinion kind of thing.
Yeah. Well, it's. I hate to put it like that. People generally don't care about what you write, and I know that's a hard pill for people to swallow, but it's true. People, generally speaking, with social media, when you approach it, and I think the reason why I've been as successful as I have been, quote unquote, at, oh my gosh, Z-list Twitter or whatever.
You've really made it, honey. You've really made it.
Yeah. I mean, I get meme money and it goes to my writing fund. But it's social and it's media. So just got to connect with people. The social media is there for you connect with people, and media is sharing jokes and humor and things like that. Like, people, generally speaking, people aren't going to follow you and want to connect with you because your book sounds catchy, because everyone's trying to advertise on social media right now. Instagram Reels have become nothing but either actual ads or like an influencer trying. So I think that when you start with the majority of your posting being memery or questions or just things that are like a genuine connection point with other people, and then once in a while you say, hey, here's a review for my books, or hey, we reached 20 reviews on my book. Thank you guys so much. Or you post like, hey, obligatory, because I'm an indie author, I got to remind you that I write books, and you put up something funny. It's a good ratio of providing value to the people that follow you versus just constantly saying, buy my book, buy my book, buy my book. And then
Herman's sweating right now when you
and
say
then
that.
Well,
yeah. Well, I don't want to make
No,
anyone.
the problem is you don't post it; you scream it.
Yeah, that's
scream
that's
at 'em,
true.
yeah.
It
That's
works
true.
every freaking time.
well,
I mean,
and then there's the other thing where like
And then they run.
yeah, every piece of content put out online is kind of measured up, down, front, and back by AIs and stuff like this. So like what you're saying about your plan, like just every now and then say something funny. Oh, and by the way, obligatory, I write books. Here you go, whatever. You know, even saying it like that completely gets around that what I just brought up, the
AI.
AI scanning. Yeah, because the AI detects that as like, oh, this person is just like thinking out loud. This is not spam. They're not advertising anything, even though you are.
Yeah.
And then so that gets naturally boosted. So it's interesting, and you're right. Being yourself, I think.
Yeah.
It's like I talk about my friends' projects on my YouTube quite a bit,
Yeah.
and even projects I've been a part of, whether it's doing voice acting here, other whatever thing else.
Yeah.
My stipulation for my YouTube content has always been make it entertaining first. If it's
Yeah.
not entertaining or meaningful, don't. It's just an advertisement. Then that's no fun.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think that there is a place to talk about your writing and things that when people ask, or there is something that comes up, or even on podcasts, or when you're invited to live streams and things like that. There's a good place to come in and say, hey, here's all of this information that if you guys are interested in hearing what I beyond the smug goat, here's an opportunity to find out like my actual the thoughts that are deeper than an inch that I show on.
Hey guys, remember the hippo girl from Twitter? Well, she writes about monsters.
Yeah. Well, the fun part is that I'm now working on my 9th book. I think I gotta count them.
You have quite a few.
1,
I'll
2,
pull up your
3.
Amazon.
Yeah. So actually, Kahuna, you have a limited edition copy now of Twitching Light because the original
you changed it.
Yeah, the original 3 are no longer available in paperback.
Oh, wow.
So there is the omnibus, which contains all of the original stuff, lightly polished, and a couple new stories. And it's my only book that's available in hardback. So I know that people enjoy that from time to time. But no, I have that. To Those Who Haunt You, which is a $5 book. I keep it $5. I really don't make any money off of it, but it's a $5 entry to kind of what my writing style and things like that. Bunch of ghost stories. But the stuff I'm working on right now, I've been doing more novels recently, though I might get back to short stories once I get this 3rd book done.
So was Twitching Light your first book?
Mm-hmm. I released it in 2019, and it's been a wild ride since then. The Twitching Light was my first book. The 3rd Test was my first novel, and that was the 4th book I released. And it was meant to be standalone, but now it has a sequel, and both of them have audiobooks. And I'm working.
Is the second initiative the sequel or no?
Yes. So here's the kind of running joke of all of it is I wrote the 3rd Test to be a standalone book. It wasn't meant to have any sequels. It was meant to just kind of see, can I write a novel and are people actually interested? And when I released it, it kind of bombed a little on release. So I ended up writing not To Those Who Haunt You in the interim, and then I started work on Among the Juniper Trees because I was like, okay, people obviously aren't interested in my sci-fi, and of course, I'm partway through the first draft and of Among the Juniper Trees, and all of a sudden, third test starts popping off and becomes a lot more popular. So, after Among the Juniper Trees, I wrote the second initiative, which has been fairly successful. I'm pleased with it. And then in March, I released Beyond the Juniper Trees, which was, I think I have actually open right here. It's going to be, so Beyond the Juniper Trees was my most recent release. It's
the, oh yeah. That's,
yeah.
I saw that on Twitter recently.
Yeah, it's the sequel to Among the Juniper Trees, and it's a duology. And again, I'm like, these are my two books in this series. That's it. You're done. I might revisit the world at some point, but my next goal is to do the sequel and finish the trilogy.
So you have to do the first. You have to have first in the name of the third book, obviously.
Yeah. So the third book is going to be called The First and Final Sovereign.
Okay. Yeah.
And it is going to be. I would call the first book is vaguely. It's very much a sci-fi thriller, kind of in the realm of Alien, but without like. But it's all human. So, like, think deep space, no one can hear you scream.
Mania.
Yeah. That kind of thing. With
like
a bit of
isolationist horror, a little bit.
Yeah, like there's a cult in deep space. Think about it like that. And the second initiative takes that sci-fi thriller and adds some space western to the mix. At the end, a bunch of basically space gangsters clash with a group of scientists on a satellite in the far reaches of space. And in the last book, I'm gonna take that same sci-fi thriller kind of realm and add in a Flash Gordon twist to it.
That's an odd late game addition to that story from the sounds of it.
Well, the first book follows it's an ensemble piece where the character that comes out of it that becomes more of a main character is a teenager named Katina, and in the first book she is an acolyte of that world's main religion, the Church of Mitriana. And the whole plot gets started because she is sort of stuck in her tests, so to speak, because there's 3 tests to become qualify for becoming a full sister or brother in the order. And
is this mostly hard? Is it harder science? Is it softer science? You don't. If it's a spoiler, you don't need to tell me. But I'm always curious where modern authors lean that way.
As the lack of, I don't know if you saw my post the other day about not knowing what tire rotation was until yesterday. I'm not really a hard sci-fi. Like I enjoy reading Michael Crichton because it makes me like spiritually like a little shook that he's as good as he is.
Michael Crichton makes you feel smarter when you read the book.
He's
not something smart people always do.
He's a ridiculously smart person who also is almost 7 feet tall, who's like a doctor, and I kind of hate him on some level, but I can't hate him because he's too good at what he does.
He's too
that's like, he's good. He's a lawyer, right? So
it's like the opposite of me.
He went to medical school. He's like the Goku to my Vegeta, Like,
Yeah, that's fair.
You are a lot shorter than he is, so
that's
that
true.
that
I'm
kind of
barely
fits,
over 5
yeah.
feet tall.
Okay, so I got a question on that.
Mhm.
Did you finally read Eaters of the Dead?
I did, and
I
it
still need to
was
read that one.
it's very good. I
Yeah.
was holding off on it until I could find like an actually good looking cover because it really pains me how awful covers have become recently.
And did you
Uh,
see the 13th Warrior yet?
I did.
That's a good movie.
13th Warrior, it has a little bit more of a popcorny feel, I would say, but
I know.
I would say it's a good movie in its own right. It doesn't fully capture the humor of the book because there's like a very dry academic humor in there, but
A
no,
little more
it's
character driven in the movie. The humor.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Well, the there's like the movie only vaguely represents the book. I mean,
Yeah.
like almost tissue paper sort of way.
Yeah. And I
But-
would say, in the movie's defense, I think it would be difficult to translate it very well, if that makes sense, because it's a first person academic writing of what's ahead. So it's transitioning it from that first person to a third person omniscient viewer position at the
Well,
Like
the
the
other
movie does,
the
yeah.
thing is that there's two versions of that movie. The first version, which I think, if I remember correctly, corresponded closer to the book, or is more related closely to the book, was very dark, and somebody in Hollywood freaked out, so they brought in Michael Crichton to fix it.
Michael.
Yeah.
We need to- we
So
need you to-
now he's like a movie.
Yes, the
Yeah,
man
if
who
you-
wrote the the opening chapter of The Lost World. He will make it less dark. Yes.
No, he's the one who reshot. I believe he's the one who reshot most of it. So not only is he not an author and a lawyer and all that other stuff, I think he's also a director too.
Yeah.
Because it's like Crichton. So, but yeah, I mean it's real good action adventure popcorn throwing stuff. It has nothing to do.
Yeah, I also need to read State of Fear. It's on my bedside table right now.
But yeah, Eaters of the Dead is one of my favorite books because it is so different than what you would normally get.
Yeah, he did Michael Crichton is just very good. So back to your other question. No, I wish I was smarter to do more of a hard sci-fi, but I do. I would say it's. If I was going to give an equivalent, I would say the sci-fi is very Traveler. You know, the RPG Traveler-esque, where the world feels very utilitarian. And you can die during character creation. Have any of you played Traveler?
I've played Traveler.
Yeah, so it's been a while since I played, but that's probably the closest sci-fi equivalent that I could compare it to, because it's not really a full space western like Firefly, but there is that kind of ship, that kind of you're a crew that goes on a job kind of feeling to the first book, and the world is one where resources are a lot of the conflict is started over a resource called mitrite, which was originally an ore that was used in religious practices from the Church of Mitriana, and then some scientists realized, oh, this actually is a really good energy source. So we're going to use this to develop faster than light travel. But what ended up happening is they tapped out of the Cassian's source. They basically tapped it out. And then they went over to other planets trying to find other sources and created colonies. So a lot of the conflict comes from a civil war that starts because the Cassian pushes the other planets too far in terms of production, and so the second book focuses a little bit more on that conflict, and that conflict is kind of the bedrock for the plot that happens. But the third book is going to be more based in the first colony that Cassian ever created, which I don't want to go too far into it because I'm still right on the first draft. But it's a very odd situation where the planet has become so wealthy independently that it's almost its own planet, and can function without the mother planet's intervention. So basically, they're allowed to get away with things like slavery and human sacrifice without really having to bend the knee to that kind of lawlessness, because they have enough money to keep Cassian happy and all the resources to keep Cassian happy. So Cassian kind of lets them do whatever they want. So
This sounds familiar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah. So
yeah.
yeah.
It's
So
realistic.
yeah. In this final book, it's kind of going to be a bit of an Old Testament kind of reckoning between Katina, who in the first book she's 18, in this book she's closer to like 26, 27. And so it's kind of, she's been called by Mitriana and the father to go to this planet and basically finally destroy this evil that has been cancerously growing on this planet for a very long time. So kind of the end of the trilogy of sorts, getting Katina's kind of final mission. And it's been fun kind of following her from the beginning, because she started as an acolyte and then turned into a full sister in the second book. And then in this third one, she's going to have a bit more of like a war priest or full-on cleric kind of attitude and affect going into this third book. So now I'm excited for it. It's going to take a little bit longer for development because, one, it's going to be handling a lot of probably it's going to be the darkest of the three, and it's especially content wise, because I'm basing the other god, quote unquote, off of Baal and Moloch from the Old Testament. So it's going to be a lot of heavier subject matter, that kind of thing.
I knew I got like a little bit of like a ancient Babylon, like Middle East vibe, and when you're describing that planet that it has that level of independence like that, it kind of sounds like the American Wild West as well, before like laws caught up to that. It also sounds like it's a place like that where like a dark cult would form. So it's funny that you mentioned Moloch and Baal.
Yeah.
So that's awesome.
Yeah, well, it's I'm hoping that it'll be out probably early next year, maybe at the latest this summer. It's kind of been a very slow process to get started, just because Squirmy is not yet 5 months, so it's a lot of the time has to go into taking care of her, and I really can't focus on writing and hold her at the same time. So I'll probably start more in earnest around the end of the year, but I'm close to 10,000 words in the first draft. So it's going pretty well so far. So we're going to see how things go.
Well, no, that's fun. You have mom brain too, and plus, for the first 9 months, mom and baby are basically the same entity in some senses.
Yeah.
Like, you rarely go anywhere without her. I'm sure she doesn't almost ever go anywhere without you.
Yeah.
Just attached at the hip.
My mother-in-law is very happy to babysit because she finally has a girl.
Well, it was like my cousin. She didn't think she could have kids, and then she and her husband, not she and her husband, she got pregnant Her husband is, he played his part.
Yeah.
But right, like it's her first child, and she was so worried about it. It's like she didn't let anyone hold the baby for like 4 months, 4 or 5 months. I'm like, I've known you since I was born a month before you. We grew up together. I can hold your child. I promise. I've never dropped mine, even when they're like 80, 90
Yeah.
pounds. It'll be okay, cuz.
89 pounds at birth.
Yeah, it is my job after all. My first son, he needed a haircut when he got out, man. That was wild.
That's true.
Yeah.
The second one is the hardest.
Mm.
I will tell you that right now.
Well, we're probably gonna aim for 3. I have 4 sisters and 8 nieces and nephews. So everybody, including the 3-year-old, wanted to hold the baby when she came out. So
it was out of your hands.
Yeah, quite literally, actually. So, no, it's been good. I'm very blessed in all of it. It's probably going to be a little bit more slower going, which I think is okay. This is going to be the 3rd book. I want it to be done as well as I can, and maybe that slower pace will help it kind of. Not saying that any of the other ones are bad, but I think that considering the subject matter and it's to the end of the trilogy,
a little more care, a little more time.
Yeah.
No, I think that's completely fair. I do have a question, because there's a few writers in the room, and you've all have touched this subject with your writing to various degrees. I have a problem with modern horror books. This is gonna sound counterintuitive. It's too much horror. There needs to be more. I think for me, for horror to land, there needs to be more than the horror.
Yeah.
Juxtaposition.
Yeah, you need to have something that you care about that you don't want destroyed for horror to exist.
Yeah.
That's
agree.
not often developed anymore.
I think there's been this weird kind of, I don't want to say subversion in the horror writing community, but it's been there's been stuff that's been going on for a while. For example, trigger warnings have been like the I know that's a whole nother subject, and it's getting close to 10:30 now, so I probably have to leave in about 10 minutes. But the problem with modern horror is that for some reason everything has to be either trauma related, or everything has to be based on family relations, or things have to be like feminist coded, or it has to all be very modern. And I just don't agree with that. I think that horror is meant to make you feel uncomfortable. It's meant to we used to tell stories around the campfire to warn us of dangers that lurked beyond the firelight, and discourage people from being stupid outside the firelight. And when we live in a society where we're not allowed to say that certain behaviors or certain things are not good.
Well, if there is no good, then there is no. If there is no good, there is no bad.
If there's no objective, like this is not good or this is dangerous or that kind of thing, I think it robs horror of its rawness. And Lord Otter's correct. Junji Ito is, I think, probably one of the people who's still doing really good horror, because sometimes it just needs to be something that is terrifying.
And you don't understand it. You don't have to understand. In fact, the less you understand it, the better for horror.
Yeah. I got a really angry email once about the twitching light, where this lady was saying, "Oh, I write in this too, and you don't explain enough," and and I was like,
"Oh God."
Yeah.
I was just listening to the other day about the difference between classic literature and modern literature. And one of the biggest differences is that in classic literature, they often didn't explain a lot. And that was on purpose.
They wanted you to think for yourself. That was
Exactly. Well, and
Yeah.
there's also theater of the mind that goes into it as well.
Yeah.
So that's half the fun of being entertained by this type of stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, for certain. It's like you don't need, like you were mentioning all these tropes. Like, look at one of my favorite horror books of all time. One of them is Cujo by Stephen King.
Mm.
He doesn't even remember writing it, but it's just that book.
Classic Stephen.
I love that
Out of
story.
his mind.
I wrote a
Yep.
story about a dog, I guess.
I hate to be the guy. I'm like, hey, you wrote better when you were blazed out of your brain, brother.
I maybe his personality was a little better too. Not gonna lie,
Oh, for
but
sure.
that's a completely
Yeah.
other conversation
Yeah.
topic.
Oh yeah, it's like a good writer who is just a crappy person on, like, in general. Unfortunately,
yeah.
I've seen like, oh, what was that? There's a writer that I love. I love everything he's ever written, and he is just the worst person to follow on Twitter. of all
Thank
time.
you, Kahuna. That is the nicest thing you've ever said about me.
I know.
Right.
AC, you beat me to it.
Dang it.
I will say I probably do need to go. I'm probably going to turn into a pumpkin in a little bit.
Don't leave me. It leaves me with these guys.
I'm sorry. I have a child I have to take care of.
Yeah.
Oh, they mostly take care of themselves at this point. It's
Just
fine.
hold her in front of
They're
the
like
camera.
cats. You know?
All right. Well, I have to take care of the husband.
There you go.
Hold him in front of the camera too.
That's fair.
Fair excuse, yes.
If he's nervous,
The
just
husband
if he's nervous, I'll
holding
get
the
shirtless.
child.
If I'm
front
shirtless,
of the
he
camera.
can't be uncomfortable. All right, that's how we do it on this show.
But,
All right.
but
Thanks for
anyways,
joining us.
Thank you for
Have a good
having
night.
me. Yeah.
Mhm.
You guys have a
Thank you
good
so
one.
much for joining
All
us. Thank you for this
No problem.
awesome excuse to watch this movie once again. And guys, absolutely
course.
go check out Alyssa Hazel's work, whether it be her animal jokes on Twitter or her books on Amazon. Obviously, she would prefer the likes on the memes. That's what she prefers. Obviously.
I mean, I did blow out some tires, so if you are interested in a book,
There you go.
yes. I mean, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Woo!
Based.
I did it, guys. One time. What happened? All right.
But thank you so much for joining us, Alyssa. I know you. Like, I remember I was going to ask you a while back. You're like, baby's coming here. I'm like, I'll wait.
All right. Well, I'll definitely have to join you guys again once we get more of a pattern set up. So,
Thank you.
all right. But I was seeing you guys.
Absolutely.
See.
Thank you so much. Enjoy your night with your family. You know,
Will
being
do.
responsible, a parent, whatever.
All right, bye.
All right, guys. Now we can really
She's got
talk about
7,000
that Tom
followers.
Selleck mustache.
She's got 7,000 followers. I've been sitting on 2,500 for like 3 years.
I don't even care. I don't even try. What do I have on Twitter?
Well, these days, it's hard to say. It's just like the algorithm just props up who it likes. She's doing something right. It's something about her personality, you know.
She and John are both good at getting people. John gets people riled up a little bit more. Oh yeah, you're like I don't even have 500 followers. It doesn't matter, dude. Twitter is what Twitter is as Twitter does, you know. It's like until later when I get like 10,000, a little bit more than all of you. It's like actually Twitter count is really, really important.
Guys, it wasn't really that hard.
Yeah, it took no effort at all. Just show your OnlyFans content online a couple of times and get a lot of fans. Elon's talking about like purging Twitter again. I'm like, no, all the fake hookers are going to stop following me.
Woo!
How many animation? 20?
20. I'll tell you.
Nice.
I
Dude.
don't even use the darn thing.
That's what I'm saying. Like you don't even. I just tag you in each IMC's post each week because you are nice. For those, dang it, I forgot to introduce you to Alyssa, but sorry about that. I tag you in every post every week. For those listening, Animation Overload here is our resident artist. He is always nice enough to jump in and do a quick drawing challenge, which turns into the thumbnail after the fact. It's pretty awesome. This week,
It's a fun program. He's a great artist, and plus we've pushed him to make better work, and he's made some beautiful masterpieces over the years. Obviously, Hermit's favorite picture of me online. Oh,
Yeah.
I do love that. Fellas, I'm going to actually get my kids tucked away here for a second, if you don't mind talking about the magnificence that is Tom Selleck's mustache for a period of time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we can even let animation talk for once. Come on, buddy, go ahead. It's fine.
He is very dreamy.
Yes.
Okay, take it away, animation.
Take it away. Thanks, animation. You rock. Always some good commentary there.
Put me on the spot.
Yeah, I know.
How's everyone doing?
And we're doing good.
Right now, I'm doing my breathing exercises.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
it's kind of like a bong, but probably not as much fun.
Yeah. I realized, speaking of breathing exercises, I realized over the years from just the way I did my vocals, I have this vocal pouch that, like this air pouch that forms right here, kind of at the base of my neck. So the muscles have like literally contract, like they can contract and expand right there, because of just doing vocals this certain way. But it was kind of like staggering to me because I always knew that, like, I don't know if it was my diaphragm or my lung capacity, because my lungs always felt, like crap or whatever. But now I know it's just kind of like, no, I just, it's like capacity, but it's not from my lungs. It's just like, I can build up pressure and control it all.
Well, if you ever seen Dizzy Gillespie, who was a trumpet player, whenever he'd play his horn, his cheeks would puff out like a puffer fish,
like Inhuman. Almost.
Yeah, Inhuman, and it's because he's been playing trumpet for so long,
and that's an edge,
and that's what does it. Well, I don't necessarily think it's an edge. It's kind of creepy looking.
It is,
but I mean, his body is adapted to what he does.
Yeah, I was gonna say adapted to it.
Mm-hmm. No, I that's cool in my opinion. That is a master, But I didn't really notice until like I was like coughing.
The equivalent I could think of is if you like draw a lot with pencil, you'll get like little calluses on your fingers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I got it for entirely different reasons when I was married. Anyway, welcome to art class, guys.
Yes. This featuring Quigley, Iron Seas Down Under.
I'm gonna mute for a minute because I want to do rest my breathing exercises. It involves a lot of, like I said, a lot of bong-like behavior, including the coughing. So,
oh, that's rough, dude.
Have at it.
I'll be back.
Godspeed, Herman. Godspeed, Hedge.
Bye, Herman. I love you, my man. It'll be okay.
The Hedge always grows back. They'll be
down under
calling
my
Herman.
Kahunas. It's fine.
Herman 3 lung before long.
If you ever need shade from the sun, I will spread out my bat wing further than you would expect.
He didn't get half a lung removed. It was just pruned because he's too powerful. It was just pruned back. He'll be back to his 3 lungs.
He's like Superman and All-Star Superman. He's like, he got too close to the sun. He's becoming more powerful, but he's also dying.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Dude, All-Star Superman is the best Superman story, period.
There's some bangers, yeah.
It's really good.
We are overdue for an animated one, aren't we? What was the last animated movie we watched?
Hercules?
Oh.
Hercules, I think.
With Andrew Briggs. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I think that was it.
Kind of overdue for one.
But Ayo, have you read the comic for All-Star Superman?
I haven't. I want to though.
The movie is better because it cuts out the only bad.
Yeah, I have the movie. It's on my shelf. So.
The movie is excellent, but the book, the comic, it does a 1-page history introduction of Superman. It's like it only works if you kind of know the story already, but in one panel, like 1 page, it shows the entire story of Superman.
That's cool.
Like all the quintessential parts.
And so they're showing us that it's possible, Kahuna, which means, I mean, we can think of like a dime a dozen stories that just kind of, I don't know, they botch the backstory in some way or whatever. They don't include it. I don't know. It's some sort of mishandling with the beginning of the story, but right there, evidence.
Now, if y'all want to do another animated one, Justice League Crisis on 2 Earths is really good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at that right now. So.
The first animated one that popped in my head was Atlantis, Disney's Atlantis.
Oh, that's a good
yeah. I've been seeing trailers and scenes from a fan project, a fan live action.
Ooh.
And it's so much better than anything Disney's making. It's embarrassing.
Yeah. Hey, Kahuna, what do you think of the new Moana live action?
Outback.
I hate it.
Thank you. You took the words right out of my mouth.
You don't like the
Hated
rocket?
it.
Aloha boo. Aloha boo.
They need to stop with the live action stuff.
Yeah.
All they're doing is they're buying
Laundering
the
money?
same they're buying the same real estate over and over again.
Yeah.
Also, it's like it was one thing when they did like, hey, it's a live action Cinderella. Remember that movie that came out when your parents were alive and you weren't born yet?
That's
well.
cool.
How about Moana that came out recently?
A few years ago. Yeah.
Like 3 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah, Lion King, which is like fully.
You know what we need to
animated
do?
already.
We need to do a live action How to Train Your Dragon. That'll make it better.
I have a controversial opinion about that.
I know you like it. I
It
know
was
you
one of
like
the good ones. Apparently,
I'm sure
told.
it's fine. Because it's literally the same movie.
Yeah, they do a couple. They do something I hate, but they do it in a way that I don't hate. If that makes sense. They do the whole like they diversify the Vikings in the story, but they add context that kind of makes it make sense in a weird way. Basically, in the live action, they explain the history of Berk as it's like we weren't a Viking settlement that just happened to be attacked by dragons. These are tribes of dragon hunters from all around the world.
Okay, so they're like remnants that banded together. Okay.
Yeah, we banded together and came here to continue fighting dragons. And that's why there's a more diverse cast.
There you
more
go.
ethnically interesting cast in that
That's
way.
all you have to do.
I'm like,
that's all you.
I'm sitting there. I'm like,
I don't hate
don't
live
like
action
this, but I
just
don't
because it's live
not
action.
wrong. It's
I don't
not
like
bad.
it because the tone is always, well, you like this animated thing, but now it's a real movie.
Yeah. It's like
That's always the reason they do it.
Mhm.
But it's weird. Like Japan and Korea do that thing, prolifically, and they don't always do a great job turning. Like, in fact, they usually do a bad job
The
turning.
tone
things
is
live action
different
too.
though with them. Like it's more like, hey, we're doing this because it's fun. With Hollywood, you get the distinction of they don't like animation.
Well, it's weird because when animation first started coming out, it wasn't for children at first. But as Disney made more and more movies and they were made more and more accessible and targeted towards children, the transformation culturally was that animation is for children. I'm sure Hermie can tell us all about that in the 1930s and 40s when that was really getting going. But
yeah, I mean, it just
I think it was more in the 50s that really started to catch on because you had like the Hays Code and stuff like that was enforced.
Yeah, some history
Yeah.
based.
But now that I look back, maybe that code wasn't bad. I mean, kids.
I don't know.
One of the things that we've gotten so far away from is trying to shove. Well, number one, they're shoving this BS quote version of reality down kids' throats, and we haven't been better for it. Now that I look back at my life, I kind of liked having that innocence there, where when you were a kid, you didn't have to deal with a lot of the realities, but instead they get nothing but nonstop environmental disaster.
And they were also sometimes still dark too.
Yeah,
children's movies could still touch darkness without necessarily giving into it too hard. It's like, except for Watership Down, that is not a children's story. I don't know why it was treated as such. That is a horrible. That's such a horrifying movie to watch as a child.
Artax. I'll never forget my
It's like,
parents.
remember the dog ripped the kidney out of the rabbit and they animated it and it was a character that you love? Remember when they fought in gladiator fights and then one of them who turned into a cannibal talked about getting gassed out and how they breathed and got their body
Mommy, I
stuck
want
in
to
a
watch the
hole and they
bunny
died
movie.
and
Okay.
suffocated.
Oh my god, let me
Anyway,
out.
I'm like,
Good
this is not a
times,
kid.
good times.
This is not a kid movie.
The
Also, my
fields,
kids were
the
screaming. I'll be
fields
right
are
back.
red with blood.
Yeah. Like that scene from Jurassic Park. So much
Awesome
blood.
movie.
So much. There's so much blood. And then he just drags them away. Speaking
I
of
mean-
Michael Crichton.
You know what? I hate to say it, but I feel like I'm the last generation that had kids entertainment.
Yeah.
Like
one of them.
Scooby Doo,
Mm-hmm.
and everybody watches that stuff. I mean, a lot of the stuff kids, a lot of the stuff that survived into the present day was stuff that started, in the 70s.
Mm-hmm.
So, or actually, I think Scooby Doo started in the 60s, but and
It was like 69, I think.
yeah, I mean, it was very close to that time, and they were still just making content for kids. And it's funny, you go back and take a look at those old cartoons, because one of them was I forget what it was. It was a very kind of dark cartoon, but it was extremely popular, and they killed it. And I think it was like, I don't want to say it was Thundar the Barbarian, but it was a barbarian show, and it was extremely popular.
Oh, I think it was Thundar. Because that's the one that's like He-Man or whatever. But
Yeah.
they're like very close. But then they canceled the one. I know this because
I watched a few episodes of that. It's
yeah, it's very close to
of
my
the time,
my
but-
actual fantasy world, kinda. There's a lot of elements to it.
But it was extremely popular. And the only people complaining, there was like a handful of people complaining about it. I mean, all of this stuff was fantasy nonsense, but it was the stuff that, you hear in legends and all that other stuff. I mean, you talk about Aesop's fables and, you talk about the Greek myths and all these stories that the kids end up being told. Hansel and Gretel, where frickin' witch going to put them in an oven, bake them and eat them.
Yeah. Yep.
There were some very dark themes, but at the same time, there were limits.
Yeah.
And Thundar had those limits because there was no, it wasn't real. And most kids understood that it wasn't real. Frickin' Tom and Jerry and Tom and Jerry and Bugs Bunny and all that. It was comedic violence, but kids understood that it wasn't real. And it was, I think the adults pretty much ruined that. So
Yeah. You got some of them that insist on certain things,
It's
and
always
then
a
others.
balancing act. Like you don't want to pretend reality doesn't exist, but you also don't want to like shove it in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
yeah, and the other part is that you had a lot of parents who weren't, paying attention to their kids.
Yeah.
And trying to explain to the kids that, no, you're not going to jump off the roof and bounce like, Bugs Bunny did. It's not going to happen. You're going to jump off the roof and maybe you'll have to go into reconstructive surgery.
Yeah. You can't fly like Superman.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
Don't hit your brother with that thing like Tom and Jerry.
yeah, you
Yeah.
hit your brother with a shovel, he could die.
Yes. Not good.
You got to film it first.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if you say "What's up, Doc." It's not good.
Yeah, it won't help it.
But yes, I mean, it's just
There's something about that though. I think I saw somebody say this online at some point. They said we're gonna enjoy up to a decade of shutting our brains off essentially with AI, but they
Yeah.
predict some sort of rubber band effect that happens eventually, where there's like a breaking point and then just total rejection and total embracing of like traditional everything. It'll just be like more coveted than ever.
I think that's going on now because you've heard
Yeah.
some of those commencement speeches by, I forget what his name was from Google, one of the founders of Google. and these guys hyping AI and the crowd booing them and walking out.
Good.
I
We
think
need
Gen
more
Z
redemption.
is going to be the generation that kind of puts an end to this nonsense.
See, I'm the type where it's like, okay, the idea of AI, I can see the kind of tool that it is. If you guys wanted to be more moderate about this kind of stuff, we
Mhm.
could maybe explore this at a logical pace.
Yeah.
But the fact that they want to literally cram data centers down our throats when there's already like 80 of them in my state. There's already like 80 of them in my state, and they're seriously talking about more that are like going to be like the size of an entire city and stuff like that. No thanks, because we don't, we all know what that is. It kind of smells like it kind of smells like a network of data centers that will, be intended to be used on the entire world. Is kind of what
Well,
it feels like to me.
I was listening to some analysis, and I forget when I was listening to it. I think it was on my way home from work on Thursday. My last day of clean breathing, and they were talking about how the data center thing is almost a complete hoax, because
Interesting.
because they can't produce data centers. Even if they had all the money, they could not produce data centers fast enough to meet demand. Even with that, the stuff that they put into those data centers, all the stuff that they purchased is already outdated. So there's
Yeah, because that's how technology works. Yeah,
so
for
you
real.
could throw all the money you want at it. It's
Yeah.
still you still have to throw up the buildings. You have to still put all that stuff in the data centers, and nobody's going to want to put in like low tier hardware
So
that's already obsolete. So this is like this big sort of shell game going on.
yeah, and Herman, it begs the question. So
Someone's
what is
making
the
a lot of
real?
money.
What's the real purpose then? Because we see things like they say that there's this investment in AI with the $600 billion thing from China, but
Mhm.
like they are for sure trying to shoehorn these quote unquote data centers in because towns are being sued when they reject them. Like the town votes no, and then the company just sues them anyway, and then just does it anyway. It's crazy stuff happening. So it like begs the question, what is it really then? Because I think you're right. Like you're totally right. Like that stuff is outdated as soon as it's like by the time it's in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, I think what it is that I don't think the right hand knows what the left hand is doing. And
Right.
that is not uncommon. A lot of this was a shell game.
I think a lot of it is they want to keep eyes on Silicon Valley. They want to keep the money coming in.
Yeah.
They
They
also
don't want the
don't.
bubble to burst yet. So it's like,
They
hey,
also
look at
don't
this, look at
want
this.
you.
We're doing so much.
Since modernization really took over, no one wants to be the lowest one on the technological totem,
Yeah.
because that's even like the US. We spend so much money on stuff. It's like, man, look at all this waste. Yes, but also we are generations ahead of most of our competition in almost anything militarily, and that's
Oh,
only
yeah.
because we waste or invest as much money as we do into our different military and like future projects. Stuff that sounds stupid now, but it's like, but a lot of the things we have now sounded stupid at one point.
Star Wars is a prime example.
Mhm.
Yep.
Boy, they raked Ronald Reagan over the coals over that Star Wars, but most of what they were looking for exists today,
And is
you know,
used.
and it's used. Yeah, and some of it we don't even know about.
Yeah, that's the other
So,
thing too.
but it's not just that. I think there is. I think there is. Somebody's gotten in their head that the business model is you gather all these investors, you get all these people hooked on your AI services, and then you figure out a way to monetize it later because now these people are hooked on your drug. The problem
Yeah.
is that they've been this AI stuff and the quote future of everything and how we're all going to be left behind. It's been going on for 4 years. They don't have a path to monetization, and they're talking about spending extreme amounts of money, like we're talking hundreds of billions of dollars to purchase hardware, put out all these data centers, make this stuff available, but they can't even make money.
How are
with
they?
what they have
It's like,
now.
how are they going to make money? I don't think they can.
I don't think that's the plan. I think they're just going to keep spending money and expanding until it doesn't matter anymore, and then
but after a while, the lovely thing about being in a capitalist society is that the people who are spending the money want a return on their investment, and most of them are either greedy or they're impatient, and they're not going to sit here and wait for 10 years or 20 years for the promises to start paying out. They want to see a payback now. At one point or another, this is all going to come to a head, and I don't think it's going to work out well for these AI companies. Google's a little bit different because they're already a massive company as is. When you start talking like ChatGPT, Anthropic, some of these smaller ones, especially when they was the ChatGPT company, they made a lot of promises that they've kind of reneged on, and now now nobody wants to deal with them. So Microsoft will probably be okay. Facebook may take it in the shorts.
Oh, not to mention when you look at the top donors for ChatGPT, specifically that one.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just say among all these, even if Grok isn't the best, at least the owner is American and not
loosely believes in freedom of information.
Yeah, I'll just say this: it's ChatGPT is one of those logos that you can like line 666 up on. Like I'll just put it that way. Yeah. And like there's reason to believe that, especially with recent headlines in the last couple of years, really. So
I think that's Sam Altman's. And that guy, the stories I've heard about him, woof. So it's just I see this going very wrong very quickly, and I think it's already started, and I don't think that they can stop it.
I think we're going to see something like what I experienced with Grok. It's like for a long time I had such good access to all of Grok's features because they were still beta testing things. And then all of a sudden, you are not behind. You're not paying for that blue check mark on Twitter. Looks like you don't get the limitless free access. Also, it's like, oh, hey, you have a question for Grok? Oh, we're pretty busy at the moment.
Yep.
I bet you it's not very busy if you pay for it.
And that's what's going on now. Except the problem is that with a lot of these development companies who got used to, like what they call token maxing, I think is what the term, where they got a ton of tokens for free. Now that they're being charged by the token, their costs just to use the AI exceed those of actually hiring developers.
Yeah.
And that's going to kill it right there and then, because
also so much of it needs to be double checked by a person anyway.
Exactly. Because nobody trusts this stuff. So it is, I think we're already beginning to see, the turd hitting the bed at this point. So
hopefully, it feels really good to see those towns vote to reject the data centers, even though like the Altmans and the Teals of the world just turn around and sue the crap out of the town until they're allowed to do it anyway, which I believe personally, if a situation like that is openly happening, someone needs to get arrested because like we voted against this. So I don't care how much you want to sue them, like get real. Like the town voted, leave. You know what I mean? That's
even so, if you think about it, those lawsuits take years to process.
Yep. And then they do it anyway. They just put the data center in. Yeah.
Well, so I'm not, I see this all ending very badly. So
Yeah, me
not
too.
that I won't chuckle about it, but I see a lot. I see a lot of people getting very, what's the word I'm looking? Skittish,
Yeah,
leery, getting very leery of investing in these companies
and
because
impatient too, like
yeah.
you said. Yeah,
and being impatient because no one wants to be in that situation where they're holding the bag, like they were with the housing market.
yeah. Unless the bag has endless amounts of money in it, and it's all, to inflate to the point where it reaches the certain goal, where the prize is the country itself.
Well, there's been some pretty strong speculation that the U.S. is trying to collapse the petrodollar,
Interesting.
and that's something I've looked into a little bit recently. I'm not sure, Herman, if you've heard anything about that
I've heard it.
idea.
I don't know.
I don't know enough about these things to know whether that idea is legitimate or not. But
I don't know why we'd want to collapse the petrodollar. We are the petrodollar.
Yeah,
I
you
know,
can look at the
that's-
gas prices, and that's a direct reflection of our economy, for sure. Because we don't have gold attached to the money; it's oil. I believe, right? The petrodollar.
Yeah, that's what the
Yeah.
petrodollar is.
Yeah. So, and if I don't know if that collapses, you can implement new drastic laws, right? Do something stupid and crazy. I don't know. Just speculating over here.
Well,
What do you guys think?
they could always quarantine us again and do a lockdown.
Right,
I don't think
because
that's
of the
going to
oil.
work. There could be a legitimate virus this time, and I think it still.
Well, Kahuna, these other countries, the smaller ones, they've already declared lockdowns because of resource shortages, is what the government said. So they said we don't have enough oil because of the Strait of Hormuz, and we're not America or China or any of these other ones. So shut down.
No, it's not great. And my parents are about to come back from Europe. It's like, oh, your ice water and your AC does not exist over there hardly.
Yep.
Yeah. Ice water. Yeah.
And to think that they get after us for like, oh, look how wasteful they are. I'm like, brother,
Yeah.
anytime a European comes to
You
America,
can't waste what you don't have.
yeah, for fun. It's like they did this estimate a while back. More people die of no AC related heat stroke in the UK than by guns in America every
Yeah.
year. Like by a lot. A shocking amount.
In France, I remember seeing a headline this a while ago where 10,000 people died because they had a heat wave. And it was like, 100-degree heat wave for a week.
This is
I get that in
first world
Michigan.
country.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
get that in Michigan. We're like
Yeah.
frozen, we're not exactly frozen wasteland, but we're pretty damn close to it. I get enough snow during the winter.
You have what, 13 days of summer?
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
that sounds
about
about
it.
right. Yeah. Do you get
Some
a
of
bunch of
that's-
wind?
Some of that's during the winter.
You got wind out there, Herman?
Oh boy, do we ever. We get wind, we get crushing cold.
I drove up
Yeah.
around the UP in
Uh-huh.
Michigan on my way back from Ohio recording one time, and it was just raining the whole time. I was like, am I in like Washington? Am I in cold Washington? Is that where we stumbled into?
Yeah, no, we have more pine trees. That's the difference.
The UP has a lot of pine trees.
Yeah.
Not
Canada.
more than Washington, brother.
And Washington is a fair amount in the mountains. Once you get to eastern Washington, though, it feels a lot like Jared Christman land. A little
Well,
bit.
yeah. There's a couple of spots, like my favorite spots are always like coming down from the mountain range, not quite out of it, but not quite in it either. Like the foothills on either side are really prime living. But yeah, no, it's like you're a first world country. The fact that your people are dying of a heat wave in your country is embarrassing.
That's
Yeah.
wild, yeah.
Because you don't want to, they over there they have a fear that AC will kill them.
What?
Yeah, they have a fear that the AC will kill them.
They don't
don't
need to
lose-
be afraid of. They don't need to be afraid of me as long as they just tithe accordingly,
Yeah. So
like a good European.
the
I would be.
it took me a while to catch that one. Yeah, that AC will kill them. And
Allegedly.
but,
He
yeah,
has
like-
threatened us so many times.
No, they have like a conspiracy theory about the air conditioners, though.
yeah, because it will be environmentally hazardous, and it's like, dude, you're already screaming global warming, and you don't have air conditioning. How much worse can it get? Let's be
Your
honest
people
here.
are dying indoors.
Exactly.
Like, what are we even doing here, dude?
Or our houses are
Well-
made to retain heat.
Hey,
You know,
hey,
our
Kahuna.
houses
They
are
do.
made to retain heat too, but we also have air conditioning when it's really hot out.
Actually,
Cool.
ours have proper insulation, meaning
Exactly.
it traps heat and cold, depending on what you want.
Yes.
Kahuna, we have a chat request here. We got a book pitch from Mr. Prophet here. Do you want to read this in an 80s trailer?
Oh yes. Give me a
Yes,
second.
yes.
Sorry, I gotta do my practice. In a world, a lo-fi book, wherein the not too distant future, 80% of data centers are abandoned, but the AIs have been left to their own hallucinations. Chat, did I cook?
I would leave that chat. Did I cook in the trailer?
Yeah. Jung, 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 jung.
Chat, did I cook? Yes, this summer. No, that sounds
you would not
awesome.
believe what he is cooking.
Because you could do some sort of like cooker. You could do some sort of like Fallout, Walking Dead type thing going on, where but instead of zombies, it's
Except
like-
not boring as shit.
right. It would be badass rogue AIs. You know what I mean? And
There's
then
AC, I got a book for you. I got a book
The
for
Wired Dead. There you go.
yeah.
you. The Wired Dead.
Yeah.
Damn, that's a AO. I'm so proud of you.
Yeah,
That's
dude,
really
dude.
good. No, there's a book called The Sea. I think it's an indie book. It's called The Sea of Rust. And it's that idea, basically, like, oh, the last human is going to die here. He's like a novelty. He wasn't even supposed to be alive, but they
Oh
found
my
him living in the
goodness.
sewers of New York.
You're
And
getting me.
it's like they're all like you have the independent AI, like robots, like Think I Robot, but then you have like these collective ones, which are basically just like robot socialism, and it's about avoiding that. And they have their own version of a savior. He gets very religious real quick.
Oh wow.
It
I don't know if I
The
would have went
Sea of
that
Rust.
route.
Highly recommend. Really
It's
cool.
a good.
book.
That's a good title too. Question, and I mean, this is kind of a common trope. I'm just wondering, protagonists, do they find like a female or like love if they are female, like male, whatever?
They're
that's
a
always,
robot. They kind of. It's more of like reminiscing upon like, oh, I actually felt something for my human, and it explains the way that the AI work in that world and how feelings are kind of an advanced late stage development of the AI from their time. And so it's like she is feeling all these strong feelings about her human owners in the post them being alive by a long time. It's like it's in the reminiscing that she like remembers humanity fondly.
Oh,
And it's
man.
really it plays with a lot of, it's well written and it plays with a lot of interesting ideas.
Dude, I would dive
Absolutely.
into tribalism. I would have like crazy AI, like boss monsters going on that are doing
Well,
like
like
rogue AIs, dude.
what happens when you have a sniper rifle and two AIs who can calculate like near
gosh.
infinity of every possibility? It's like, what happens when they're both calculating?
And in human senses, from miles away. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like robotic precision tied with it's wild.
Oh
It's good.
no, dude. You'd have to not exist as a human, and
Oh
you'd be
no,
like
humans
Rambo.
are gone by the time the
Yeah.
book starts. Or it's like the
Yeah.
last one. It's like, oh, remember him? He was interesting. Remember when we found him living in the sewers, raving
goodness.
mad and screaming?
I bet. Yeah. Dude. Eating rats.
Why did I
Yeah.
just see pubes on screen? What was that, AO? I'm just
Well, it's gonna be his hair when I figure out how to get the right brush.
got them tight curlies in there,
He needs that Kahuna hair.
just like Herman likes it.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab a drink. You guys keep talking about curlies.
Speaking
And,
of no AC, I feel very European in my garage right now. There's no AC in the garage, and
you got the car behind you too. You know, it really is kind of European. This setup you got going here, like, what is missing? You need like
I need a piece of postmodernist art that's terrible, and I insist you don't understand. That's
not
why.
hanging. Yes, not hanging on the
Maybe
wall.
not this shirt.
Not that shirt. No. And your art would be like hanging on the wall behind, not hanging on the wall behind you. It'd be leaning against it.
I don't know who TT Profit is, but I love looking over and seeing what they're saying this entire stream. Wait, I'm going to read this in an 80s voice as well.
Yeah.
A black lesbian mom has to cook medicine for her sick child, and the only one who knows how is a schizo AI who hasn't spoken to humans in 80 years. Fellas, that's $1 million book deal. Coming to theaters near soon. Or no, coming to theaters near you. Okay, that felt racist. Good toss it out there. Why'd you make it chung chung chung? You might as well add the ching in there. Ching chong chung ching chong.
No, that's racist.
That's true. It's like my dad growing up in like Auburn. There was this Asian store, like a little grocery mart down the way, and they just called it the sink store. Add the racial slur that you imagine. And that's what they called it. He didn't know it was even a bad word or a derogatory word until later. But it's like that's just what they called it back then.
No excuse, skin him.
Elric, come here. You're here. Come here. What do you want? What do you want, child?
Garden is now.
Oh, okay. Well, perhaps after a fatal beating, we won't have this problem. I'll be right back, fellas. 1 second.
To the farm with you.
Dad!
Yeah, there's some crazy stuff. I keep racking my brain about this story that Prophet dropped in the chat. Sounds cool. It's like I don't know. I would dive right into tribalism personally. That's just the direction I can't help but go. I wouldn't have like humans completely extinct. I'd have some survivors, you know. And,
you keep a couple of them around.
Yeah. All very interesting characters.
Playthings for the AI.
In some cases, yeah, you could get a dark story like that for sure. Or even like other people, you know, because like now, yeah, like everything's a resource in that world.
So have we given up on Quigley?
No. Honestly, I've been kind of waiting for Jared, but we haven't heard from him yet. So, I mean, if you guys have more thoughts on Quigley, by all means, speak about the Quigley.
I thought it was a good movie.
Yeah. I did notice there was some critical things about it, but it was all kind of like, it wasn't like any one thing. It was kind of like, oh, there's music issues. Oh, the pacing. Oh,
yeah, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm so sick of freaking movie reviewers. A lot of them are just, you know, they like what they like, and anything outside of that, they just sit there and trash. I mean,
well,
if you think about it, the movies back then, even the worst movies back then, are often better than some of the better movies today.
That's super true, yeah.
I mean,
There's
go ahead.
Oh, there's a few of them we've watched on here where I'm like, what? I literally have said they don't make movies like this anymore so many times. Not even ironically. I like couldn't help but say that, like, because it was true. They just didn't. They don't make
they like some of the best. I mean, some of the 80s B movies are better than some of the stuff that's coming out today.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, besides a lot of them were cheesy schlock, there was a certain amount of entertainment value with them, and they fit a certain genre. You know, you expected that.
Oh, after the show, I think I'm gonna watch the first episode of House of the Dragon season 3 with Draco Nightmare, who's the lore the lore person in the
The
Discord.
lore maester. Lore maester.
Yes.
That's it.
Yeah, but we're gonna probably do a review of that. But like that leads me to my next example. What was I gonna say? There was one where I was like, oh yeah, one other show we've been watching, my family. We put on Dutton Ranch. That one.
Oh, the new Yellowstone thing.
Yeah, and it's like there's some, it's kind of like a continuation because it's really all the same people, right? So there you go. If you liked Yellowstone, it's just picking up, continuing. But like right off the bat, it was just kind of like, I don't know if I was just being overcritical of it. Maybe you guys can back me up on this, or like let me know if I'm being overcritical. But like they just kind of like started it. Everything is like business as usual. They like, it's essentially like the story has ended previously already. They have like their promised land, right? Their dream house or whatever. They're like living the life, and then there's literally lightning, random fire, and then they just decide to go to this different state where the entirely new story goes, right? And I just couldn't help but think, I was like,
they're stretching the story beyond what it should be. I have another criticism too, but go ahead.
Well, when I saw the lightning, I was like, that's a cool shot, but I couldn't help but think that better not be the reason that there's a fire right now. I was like, that would be kind of like a convenient random thing. I was like, what you need to do is show the lightning so people expect the possibility of it, because it's a cool shot. And they used it as a transition. It was like lightning and then like, oh, smoke, and people started panicking. You know what I mean? You can kind of like see the transition. But I was like, what you need to do is like have that be a mystery. Like there's this fire.
Hold on, guys. Hold on.
How
A
did the
moment
fire
of silence
start?
for Bill for being gay. Just hand on your heart. Moment of silence.
Well,
That was you. You turn on the clapping. Like, what is?
Yeah, I did.
I am the OG nerd, so he's not necessarily wrong.
That's true. But were you a Star Trek nerd when you were younger, Herman?
Oh yes.
Oh no.
Oh yes.
The worst kind. No.
I
Not
even
a
had
Star Wars nerd.
I even had
No.
a toy phaser, and my
No.
mom and dad for Christmas got me the whole Enterprise bridge set with the Spock and the Kirk and the Scotty dot, the whole cast.
Mm-hmm.
The one that really wanted to be like Star Wars and just couldn't.
All power to the engines.
Oh,
You had-
just to complete my thought really quick though, I just couldn't help but think, I was like, that lightning would be a perfect cover story for somebody who purposely started the fire, because these particular type of characters always make so many enemies. Now you have a cool mystery forming who started the fire and blamed it on the lightning. You know what I mean? But then
everything just went up in smoke because
they literally did the predictable thing, and they're like, this is a random fire for no reason. Now we're going to start the story for real over here. And it was driving me nuts. And I don't know if I'm just being crazy or like too critical or what, but
No, I agree. There's more to it too. It's what happens when a story ends, but it still makes you money. That's what this is. Herman, like,
so
you've seen this many times because you've been around longer, but that's so many TV shows.
it was just a random fire and it destroyed the ranch or something? Or?
yeah, but it was like almost a perfect setup to like have some nefarious bad actor use the lightning that they showed as like a perfect cover. Oh, that crazy lightning storm started the fire, and you could have these reveals where it's like, this was no lightning.
Find that a little too convenient. Like, oh, there happened to be a lightning storm and they managed to time it just right. It depends on how it's done.
Yeah,
like, I haven't seen it, but what would get me is, oh, you went through all this trouble to get the ranch or whatever, and now, oh, it burnt down.
Exactly.
Start from scratch.
Yeah, and it's just like what you said.
Like, that would irritate me as a viewer.
The way you go about doing it, because they could have still did this exact same thing where it was kind of random, but like it just felt superficial or something, just super contrived. I was like, I don't know about this, but there's good things about the show. It's well acted. Like there's a ton of money thrown into it, There's some genuinely cool moments.
Which show is this again?
Dutton Ranch.
It's a continuation of Yellowstone.
I tapped out of that.
Yeah. I don't blame you.
There's another problem too. When you have characters that you like, enough time has passed, enough story has happened. You're either going to have them regress or you're going to have them become someone unfamiliar. And because they've all had their character arcs. Also, one of the the girl Tater, like one of the first things you learn about her is that she's from Texas, and now they're in Texas, and she didn't know that there would be a rattlesnake looking into your tent.
Yeah,
if you left the door. I'm like,
do you not know this?
There's a few things like that. Yeah, there's a few things like that, Kahuna, where it's like, oh, I highlighted the fire lightning thing because it's like right there in episode 1, just in case anybody is gonna check it out and wants to see what I'm talking about. Well, but yeah, there's a few things like that.
But this is actually, I think, the curse of a lot of modern network TV is that it relies too much on immediate. You only had like a half an hour time slot, which boiled down to about 20 minutes, maybe 20 minutes for the show. So you could start and end whatever sequence of drama in one episode. And even if it was an hour, they would start and end in one episode. And then they would either, oh God, Kahuna's choking.
You all right, buddy?
I thought he was going to pass out.
I'm alive.
I still live.
Or you had an hour and they made it more complicated. But now it's like they start 3 different threads and they continue them all through a season. Problem is that once one gets done, you then have to start another. And if you end the thread somewhere in the middle, you start another. So it's like nonstop drama, and it just becomes too much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've been having.
And at some point, it becomes redundant. Like AC and I talked about this with the storytelling machine, like the soap operas.
Yeah, I thought of that too, Kahuna.
It's basically the soap operas taken to the nth degree.
Yeah,
we're moved from daytime TV to network TV now.
If there's like pop rock or pop punk or like pop music, this would be like pop soap operas.
Exactly.
Right? Super rendered down. How do you put this? Controlled, bite size,
processed, overly processed.
Yeah.
Well, and another one, and this what is it? I think it was the 100. It was a CW series.
Oh yeah,
I watched 4 seasons of that.
See,
always wondering if it was ever going to get better. It was like my one experiment.
It's one of those shows.
And somewhere in the 4th season, I'm like, this is never going to get better at all. Period.
It never does, and it always has those little. I know exactly what you're talking about. It has this like little bump of compelling. It's like, oh, this is kind of a cool idea, and you watch it, and it starts sagging, bumps back up. Sags a little, bumps back up, and it just does that for seasons.
Yeah.
And each of those little bumps is kind of cool, so you just keep watching, and it's just like,
but
what kind of CW hell am I in right now?
But I mean, in order for them to make all of the drama that they needed to make, they would have to have people who should normally be smart be absolute freaking idiots. And the people who have no experience whatsoever, all of a sudden become the ones who are the geniuses. And it's like, this is backwards. You know, the kids always had to be the ones in the forefront making all the smart decisions. The adults were absolute imbeciles.
And
I just go ahead.
Oh, sorry. No. It's like you don't even in non-Western media, you'll get this to a point too, where it's just like there's a failure of storytelling ability. It's
Mhm.
like you guys are using the wrong things to try to keep interest in the story. It's like what I've seen Japan do a lot is they'll have, oh, it's an anime. It's like, oh, look at this gimmick. It's this thing that you're familiar with structure, but here's a weird gimmick. And then that gimmick is tired after like 2 or 3 episodes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And there's not enough else going on of quality to keep interest in the show. It's like, and plus, like it's that other problem that Royce talks about too often. I don't fully agree with him, but stories should have an end.
Yeah.
And when stories don't end, that's where a lot of these problems come up. It's like you could have ended Yellowstone. That's it. That could have been it.
Mhm.
And now you're artificially allowing more of that to exist.
Well,
And-
and that,
And it's not that good. honestly.
no, and they had plenty there that they could have. They didn't need a lightning storm and a fire. You can stay right there, because a whole bunch of stuff happened with these two characters, that is still not acknowledged. Like there's a bunch of people that died, and there's a whole bunch of open like court cases technically in that area. So it's real convenient, Herman, that fire happened, even though it ruined everything for them, right? No, it gave them a convenient alibi to move, actually.
Like, couldn't they just have characters move or go somewhere else for whatever reason? Like,
there's so many reasons the lightning fire bothers me animation, and you just keep thinking of it's like, yeah, dude, you could
they
just
could
do
have
that.
went to like visit family or something for a summer. It's like,
yeah, the whole show is like a summer. Yeah, dude. Yeah,
it's like,
anyway.
our cousin's ranch is like being on set by bad guys. We better go help them. There you go.
Yeah. Well, considering the last show too, there's plenty of reasons they went to Texas. I don't know. Me and my wife are making our way through it, and there's just like some of the other Sheridan shows. There's some weird, like, he focuses on like the younger romance a little too much. I think he's trying to target younger audiences, but it just comes off as like, because mainly it's like Game of Thrones age people watching this. You know what I mean? Those scenes kind of just seem really weird sometimes.
But the one of the reasons why I tapped out of Yellowstone was the relationship between the daughter and the adopted son.
Yeah.
And that was like, I like the character of the daughter, and I can't remember her name.
Yeah. Beth or something.
Beth, yeah. I like
Beth. Is a good character. Yeah. You love
She's a
her,
good
hate her, whatever.
character,
Yeah.
But I mean, she antagonizes this guy. And she literally, the whole family literally pushes this guy right to being the bad guy.
Yeah.
And yet he is portrayed as the villain. And it's like, you guys created him like this.
Yeah. So who's the villain? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so who's the villain in all of this? And
he did a pretty shitty thing though.
Well, yeah,
like, they should have showed us that beforehand.
Yeah, but the thing is if you watch the entire show, it's primarily Beth and of course Kevin Costner's character.
That's fair. No, Beth is kind of like fiery through and through.
Yeah, but she basically makes this guy out to be the villain. She suffers very few consequences for that.
Well, that's what I'm saying, Herman. She's one of the 50% of the main characters in this new show, and they did that lightning fire when there's all these loose ends from that first show that you literally just laid out really well.
Yeah.
Come on, you know what I mean? Like, everybody signed up kind of to see where all that went. We're wondering what kind of Breaking Bad ending this is going to have.
Unless I have something. There's another thing to bring up too. Unless you're like there are some writers who can make anything sound interesting and are endlessly creative, but those people almost always usually know also when they've drawn as much creativity out of something as they can. It's like some concepts can't take you forever. It's like, look at the Dutton Ranch and all the things that happened there. There's no ranch on the planet that have every single one of those disasters and weird circumstances happen.
Exactly.
Especially in so short a period of time. It's like you guys have taken it about as far as you can take it. Now you're kind of like the cow, it's chafing. You're really milking it. It needs a break.
Exactly.
People don't have unlimited money, and like there's some certain unrealistic, like, oh, I get it, you're the Duttons. Yeah. You don't
like, I get it. If you make something that's successful, you don't know when that's going to happen again. So
yeah.
Part of me,
if you want a prime example, a good way of doing it, it's the X-Files.
Oh yeah.
The X-Files, they had the Mulder story with the aliens going, and then like every other episode, they would take a break and they would do something away from that storyline. So, and in some instances, it wasn't anything unusual. In some instances, it was something unusual. There was comedy in there sometimes. Sometimes it was deadly serious. It was really creepy. They were able to provide a lot of variety without beating the same drum over and over and over again.
Oh, is Bill talking about Doctor Who again? Jesus.
I think he is. Get in here, Bill.
Sorry, I love shitting on Doctor Who. I love it. Love it. Oh, we have a real man who has joined us. Let's see his glorious mustache. Oh,
yeah.
No. I might post, I'll hide identities or numbers or anything, but like I might post a picture of our thread from our captain's text thread. It's just like that. AC, what if the mustache was even bigger? Have you considered?
Wait. Do we have HPH in the?
Yes.
Oh, what is up, dude?
Herman Halflung.
Halflung, dude.
That sounds like a character in one of your books, dude.
What up, Jared?
Are you out of the hospital, Herman?
Yep. I came home yesterday.
Okay, geez, dude, you got to knock that crap off.
Yeah, they can stop cutting things out of me now. I'm done. I'm done with that.
You're looking over the list. Why did I get circumcised again? Anyway.
This is not. This is not fun. This was in particular a kind of a brutal surgery.
Oof.
So you don't want to see. They put in a tube in behind, I think, the lung that's got to drain off air and fluid. And this thing, I mean, it was as long as my forearm.
Ugh.
When they pulled that out, it just gave me the creeps and was stuck in between my ribs.
That sounds comfortable.
Yeah, it was. This was not fun. I'm done with this now.
Yeah, man. Ayo, Matthew Quigley looks awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah, he's been just cranking away at it. It's funny. Then, like Alyssa left earlier, I'm like, I got to go take care of the kids. Ayo, you have permission to speak. You can talk as much as you like. No, it was kind of funny too having Alyssa on. She's well-spoken, very intelligent young woman. And I think I didn't mean to make her uncomfortable. I'm like, yeah, I remember one time you got angry with me on Twitter. I think it's just like the mom brain non-confrontational thing. But I'm like, I don't care. It's fine. She was talking about it. Like, yeah, sometimes I snap at people if I think they're being stupid, or like when I was praying, I'm like, I was being stupid. It was completely fine. Oh no, it's fun. It's like if I'm in a mood to bicker, I'm not going to get butthurt when people are done with my crap. Like Herman, he's always done with my crap, always. I'm just like, what about this in your book? You're like, no, you're gay. Shut up.
I am not. That's very stylish.
Yes. I'm like, what if Hero Diney was smarter like Hermione? You're like, I will end your life.
No, I'm not going there.
I really liked that Hero Diney chapter. Actually, that was in the first of the cult books. That was a fun chapter.
Oh yeah, where she's up in the second level of the tower,
She's just being a sneaky, slippery little snag.
That was put
Sneaking
in.
around.
That was put in. That was put in after the fact because I was like, I'm missing an opportunity here for some action.
It was kind of fun just to get in her head as well, because you do get a little bit of her
Yeah.
perspective. And
And if you like, I've had my third beta reader come back, and he's echoed the sentiments of pretty much everyone else. This next book, he said, is probably my best writing yet.
And you said your wife said the same thing.
My
She's
wife
the
said
one
the
whose
same-
opinion I trust the most. Yeah.
My wife said the same thing. There's two others in there. Yeah, there's two others in there as well. So this is going to be, apparently it's going to be a really good book. So
You act like the way you say it makes you sound like the bearer of bad news. I hate to tell you,
Sorry,
gentlemen,
guys.
I think it might be the best.
Welcome, Bill.
Might be the best, might not, but I get all the indications. It is
Some
the best.
people
Some
say
people
it's
say
good.
it's
I
very
think it's
good.
the best. No,
So-
that's exciting, Herman. I'm excited to read that one too. Hey,
I'll be-
Bill, you want to? Are you here to talk more about a terrible TV series, or
Well, you are entitled to your objectively incorrect opinion, Kahuna. I was just
But Bill, you know exactly what series I'm talking about. That means, on some level, you agree with me.
Kahuna, you
any
ignorant
show that has run for more than 800 episodes is going to have.
I love that we have a little brother on the Iron Skin.
Okay, first of all, fuck you. Second, fuck you. Third, 800 episodes, bad episodes are an inevitability. Okay.
Yeah.
I know, but on every single one, that's like science can't explain that.
Okay,
Oh, my
so AC, I'm thinking that once I'm done digitizing my Doctor Who library, I may just put those on like 24/7 in the cinema channel.
Do it. I don't care. Yeah.
It's gonna smell
Dude,
like
that'd be
bad
great
feet
advertising.
forever on our Discord.
I'm just
if
gonna
you do
make a
that.
show one day that's 800 episodes, and everyone's gonna be a banger.
Yeah. Everyone.
single one.
Every. I mean,
Because
every
you
single-
got to plan it out. You see, if it's planned out, you know what you're doing.
I did
Kinda like
not
the
hit
show.
her.
Oh, hi, Mark.
I did not. Oh, hi, Mark. Dude.
You guys are tearing me apart.
Did you ever watch that movie, Jared? And, like, whenever you feel bad about your own movies, just watch that movie. You'll feel better immediately. Also, a weird amount of sexual scenes in that movie. A weird amount. Also, like in the middle of one, like the other kid was there, and then it wasn't like there was no scene transition. He was just there. I'm like, what is happening in this movie, dude? Why are they having a pillow fight right after copulate? What is happening? Anyway,
Look, the only people that truly understand what was happening is Tommy Wiseau, okay?
Not even he knew.
that's true.
No, he wants you to think that he didn't know, but he knew. He knew exactly what he was doing. That's the deviousness of Tommy Wiseau. No one can crack him. He's an enigma.
It's an enigma, you see.
He's a cipher.
Careful with that
It's a
pronunciation.
cipher wrapped in an enigma, topped with secret sauce.
Allow myself to introduce myself.
Hey, Bill. Have
Yeah.
you seen Quigley Down Under?
I have. I have not seen it recently enough to
Okay.
fully comment on it.
Matthew Quigley is from Wyoming, man. You should know
Yeah.
this.
I should know this. I should know this better.
That
No, the
Sharps-
most
that
recent thing
Sharps
I
Buffalo
watched-
rifle made me feel something as a child. I'm like, I want to kill somebody from 8 states away.
Full distances away.
The most recent thing that I have watched is Doctor Who, The Faceless Ones, which I watched the other night, and it still holds up.
Nice.
Despite the accusations of certain individuals from tropical islands.
Yeah.
That sounds a lot like racism to me.
Oh, absolutely.
It's not, but it's coded.
I'm not
for
even going
sure.
to hide it.
But which racism?
You gotta be specific, very specific.
Yeah.
When
No,
I was a
it's-
kid, I used to say Pacific.
I think
Yeah.
most kids did.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
and Piscetti.
My
Yeah,
son wouldn't
Piscetti.
say horse; he would say whore.
There you
Was
go.
endlessly.
My sister
entertaining to me when he was
would
young.
say Tar Heels instead of high heels.
Nice.
It was really funny.
Side note, I'm just imagining Kahuna's kid. Dad, can I have a whore for my birthday? Dad, can we get a whore? It's like, no, son, and it's horse.
No, son, they're
It's
hookers.
horse. Yeah. I mean, it is Washington. I mean, it is Minnesota too, and really most of the country, except for if you're lucky, like someone like Jared, and live in one of these pockets. I saw one of these graphs overlaid on the country, and it was right around your area, Jared. Everything just seems to be fine.
For the
I'm just
most
like,
part,
Lives in the
yeah.
part- he lives in the part of Idaho that is caressed aggressively on both sides by 2 other states.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's like everybody's just absorbing the nasty around you guys, and your little area is just fine.
Yeah.
you
Yep.
know?
Yeah. If we could go down and if we could tell Boise to just Foxtrot Romeo, Foxtrot Romeo Oscar right off a cliff, this state
Yeah.
would be perfect.
Yeah. Yeah, Minnesota. No, unfortunately, Minnesota. I feel like Minnesota has like the you got these like country farmer types because a lot of our state is rural and country and stuff like this. Because there's a lot of farming going on, but I think they're just kind of like quietly suppressed right now.
Oh, yeah.
But they're kind of the sleeping giant, kind of like we saw with the Canadian truckers. Like at any moment, they are all farmers, and a lot of Minnesota is farm. So, I mean, yeah, 1 + 1 = 2.
Like in Black Sheep when they're doing the campaigning, and it's like yes, interstate citizen like politicians are the backbone of our nation's. Like goes down the like illegal Guatemalan car wash workers are the backbone of the like same speech. Just perfect. Also, here I found a good Doctor Who inspired meme here for you, Bill.
Okay, hold on. I need to.
AC, I
up-
sent you
okay,
the
go
image.
ahead.
Oh,
This is just the show over and over again.
That is not the show over and over again.
what?
I need to Photoshop a doctor before the Who. Doctor Who.
Do 4 different doctors.
Oh,
Four
that would be
different
good
doctors.
too. They're all confused because they're all
Different-
old now. Yeah,
Different
perfect.
shows. Yeah. Have
I go
Bill
from
tell
an
you-
This is
intellectual
a feud I
conversation on
never
the Blasters
expected
and
to
Blades
continue as long
podcast
as it has.
to this dumpster fire. Okay, that's all I want to say.
Hey, Kahuna, have Bill tell you the 4 worst ones though.
Before worst
Doctors?
Worst doctors.
Yeah. Because then
Let's
it, like,
see, Fauci.
Get it?
Well,
Yeah.
okay.
But
If you're talking from Doctor Who the show, anyone after Capaldi,
Okay.
and then
There-
season 1 Colin Baker, because holy fuck, who was writing Colin Baker?
There you go.
His first season is absolutely atrocious. It's why does Revelation of the Daleks exist? What was the revelation? Why do we spend half the story with humans who I don't give 2 shits about?
You
Give
know,
me the
that
doctor.
brings us to another good point. I don't care, Bill. No, I'm kidding.
Oh my god, Kahuna's feisty.
Oh,
He is,
dude,
though.
I every now and again I get a bug up my ass about something I just don't like. For a while it was Longview, Washington, because that's where my ex-wife was from and her family lived for a while. I'm like, it's a town so bad Green Day wrote a song about it. That's how bad it is. But yeah, it's like where your average bachelor, it was not pregnant. Like Bachelorette was not pregnant in high school and has most of her teeth. Where your average bachelor drives a car that isn't his mother's. That's what qualifies you. Anyway, all good things. I'm not spicy. Anyway, welcome, Bill. All opinions are welcome on this show.
Yeah. And we got to get a little bit of fighting in. It's in our intro. So
That's right.
I am curious because Jared, you said you had a lot to say about Quigley earlier.
I was gonna say, did you guys discuss the film at all?
We
We
did a
did.
little bit. Yeah, we talked to
Gotcha.
she had a lot to say about like the feminine character of Cora and how interesting and compelling she found Cora. And of course the mustache of our beautiful man.
Yes.
I had a lot of inappropriate jokes I wrote about his mustache while watching the film the last time, and I I saved them for after Alyssa left. So.
That's probably good.
Well, he is
He's
dreaming.
the only man who can go down on a woman and have his facial hair tickle her G-spot at the same time. That's
Oh
it.
my
Okay.
gosh. Yeah, that's a good one.
Jeez.
That's a good one.
Anyway,
Tom
welcome
Selleck,
to the show,
ladies and
gentlemen.
That is oddly specific.
I know.
Kahuna,
Anyway,
He knows.
I have stories. No.
Yes, yes.
I trained my face.
Or
the
it's like
mustache?
Ron Swanson and
They'd have a
Parks and Rec.
they'd have
It's
a
like,
bush fight.
Ron, why do you shave your mustache? It's a rub burn. Oh
Oh.
no. It was friction. I was like, oh no.
Give me
Uh,
a minute. I'm gonna watch.
I
my
almost
car.
made a bad joke about you, Jared, just a second ago. I'm going to keep it to myself. Anyway.
Yeah.
Notice he has no facial hair. Moving on.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh, but yeah,
Oh,
Quigley
so-
Down Under.
Yeah.
Authentically filmed on location, which is so rare now. It's so sad. It's like a good modern Western will do it, but often it's not done especially well. And it's like there's so much Australian like cowboy Western history that is just forgotten. It's like they've tried to erase it from history, and it's really too bad. They had their own authentic version of the American West, and it was really, really interesting history.
Yes, it
Jared
was.
has no thoughts on
Yes,
that.
it was.
I bet.
It's I think what made this one really fun is you took someone from the American West and then put him in Australia in a different environment around. But I love that you like his the antagonist of the film is a fan, like a fanboy of the American West.
Yeah.
So he's doing all this grilling about Dodge City and Bill Hickok and all of these things like that. That was fun. Like that was. I like how that and that Cora was also from Texas, like from the American West, and so you had this through line of American Western authenticity, like through the film, even though the film's set in Australia. I really enjoyed that.
Awesome.
It's funny. I remembered what happened after he found out what his job was going to be. I remembered how he reacted, but I couldn't. It's been so long since I'd seen the film. I couldn't remember how quickly it happened. And so when he got thrown out of the building, I'm like, that was good.
Nobody knocks me out of my own house.
As soon as
Don't
he went
just
out,
stand there, get him.
I leaned over to my girlfriend. I was like, hey, watch, he's about to come right back out. Crash right there. I'm like, yes. Oh.
You could do
And
it.
also,
an Australian Western.
it could have got, it would have been
Six
dull.
Guns Under.
Oh yeah, it
Six
could have
Guns
been
Under.
too, but like
Yeah.
her calling him Roy for most of the film was endlessly funny to me. I never got tired of it.
Crazy Cora. I love how when they first get to the ranch and so they want to test, they're testing they're Quigley's showing them how far he can shoot, and that one prostitute leans over. She's like, and she's been calling him Roy this whole entire time. That's my long lost husband, Roy. It's like, I missed you, Roy. I love you, Roy. Rah, rah, rah. And they're looking at that bucket that's just so far away. The prostitute leans over, is like, is your man able to hit something that far away? She's like, and then Cora's like, I don't know him. I never saw him before. He shoots the bucket, pings it. She's like, I told you only my Roy could hit a coyote from that distance.
That's funny. Yeah. I mean, that's classic stuff. Right
Yeah.
there, you know?
She was Laura San Giacomo was such a good actor, but she nailed that part too.
I got the new thumbnail all set from Animation Overload, so in real time I'm gonna switch it.
Who else got to watch it recently? Or
I watched it last night.
Was last night? Yeah.
My
I didn't
girlfriend
have
was
time.
funny. She was asking, it's like, Where do you think they got like actors to play the Aboriginals? I'm like, those are just Aboriginals.
Those are just actors.
Those are just
They were around when they made this.
All right, right. The truth is, it's a bunch of white guys. They painted him up. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like all the white Indians and all the old Western films. I actually saw some Polynesian Indians in some old Western films too. I'm like, or it's like in Ace Ventura, When Nature Calls, one of the best comedy films ever made. The African chief who's definitely Polynesian. I'm like, yes, authentic African chief. Very good. Yes.
Well, dude, there was a movie. There was a movie recently, like within the last. It's probably. I think it's been within the last 10 years. That was a Maori movie, a period piece Maori. With that guy Victor McCorhay that played Lurtz in Lord of the Rings.
Him. Yeah.
Played Lurtz. He played
a whole bunch of.
He played a bunch of people in that film.
That guy's insane, by the way.
Yeah. He played in it, and it was about two like warring tribes of Maori, and there were I think two white guys that were playing like traditional Maoris, and there's no Westerners, like there's no like in world Western characters in this whole thing. It is 100% a Maori story, but they have like two white guys playing Maori.
You know why that is? It happened in Chief of War 2. Not enough full blood lineages exist.
Oh.
So a lot of these white appearing kind of Hawaiian people or Maori people, it's like one of the cooler bands I discovered in recent years is Alien Weaponry. They had grandfathers on either side, great grandfathers on either side of the last big battle between the British and the Maori people.
Oh yeah.
And so they sing in the traditional Maori language in their music, in their metal music, which is
that's dope.
Very metal, by the way.
That's dope, dude.
Dang, if I could get a soundbite of that, like
I'll send one on the text later. It's yeah. They'll add in like real words too, but it's just like real words. They'll add in English words as well. They use real languages too.
They use real ones, yeah.
Oh, but yeah, it's like my grandpa, who's considered a Hawaiian like a Hawaiian treasure. That's like people pay for him to exist, basically. Like such a treasure trove of knowledge. He's not even 50% Hawaiian.
Yeah,
not even 50%. Yeah, he has a lot of Chinese. He's a lot of Portuguese, as we call it over in the islands. No, it's great, but yeah, no, you see some of that in Chief of War too. They did their best, but they were like pulling if you were Polynesian enough, or not even specifically Hawaiian, you're in this film. You're in this film.
That's better than House of the Dragon, just completely changing the race. You're lucky you avoided well, I guess they're just black now. Logic.
Oh, sheep! That you guys were posting about Sheep Stealer in the Discord later.
Oh, it's so awesome.
His underbite.
Yeah, it's the Habsburg jaw, dude.
So yeah, dude, he's an inbred. He's an Alabama dragon, dude.
It's my favorite. It's not even the strongest dragon, but dude, it like the fact in the first episode they have him come in and just like start messing everybody up because it's just like basically a wild dragon. So it comes in and it doesn't know who the friends or the enemies are, and it's just got this overgrown jaw and spines all over.
It's not like Vagar. Vagar has instincts, but she's trained.
Yeah, and old and wise.
Brought up in society. Sheep Stealer is that bumpkin like wolf child.
Appalachian dragon. Appalachian dragon, dude.
He's a short
awesome.
flyer.
Oh, I love it. I gotta pull up that picture for the for chat. I gotta pull up the picture for chat. Oh,
it will look photoshopped. It's not.
It's not. It's just really crazy. It's also really crazy CGI. In my opinion, let me see.
Also, I've been watching The Hobbit for the first time with my boys, and my girlfriend and grandma have joined us for that a couple of times.
Purpose?
Yeah. To this day, Smaug is the best on-screen dragon. Period. It has
Until
not
sheep
been
stealing.
beaten, in my opinion.
Wait. The Rankin and Bass or the Peter Jackson?
Peter Jackson.
On purpose?
Yeah.
On purpose.
Okay.
My kids like it because of the
Where are
frenetic
your
movement and
riddles
the
now?
and it's a bit funnier in some ways than Lord of the Rings. This
Freaking dragon.
man, that dragon's family tree is a palm tree. Holy fuck.
Yeah,
Dude.
dude. I'm like, if you think about it, it's like this kind of implies that maybe one or two dragons got loose one time and they're kind of just been inbreeding this whole time. And this is the result. This weird, wild. random-
You know what this looks like, though?
In school.
What?
You know, this looks like a live action, like a live action How to Train Your Dragon.
None of those
Yeah.
dragons were this boned looking, dude.
I hated all those designs.
Oh man,
They were
It's got, like-
cartoony designs. I was
it's got-
yeah.
it's got like spines everywhere and stuff. It's just very cool, right? And that just kind of like highlights like what I was gonna say is like the whole thing. It's like I watched the first episode. It looks like it's gonna be more of the same because they just invented more bullshit. You know, there's I'm sure you guys have seen like the meme of the one dude kissing his mom.
Yeah,
That's
thanks
apparently
for
in there.
that show.
Yeah,
we had a deficit of incest in
For-
these properties for sure. Yeah, we needed
and
more.
it's literally for no reason. But then in the next scene, they hand you like some really solid, really cool naval fighting with dragons, and you're like, oh my goodness, what like? Yeah, I want like you want to hate the show, but it's like here's the dragon show, you know, and you're just like, it's frustrating because they had
Because
Night of
like,
the Seven
oh,
Kingdoms.
it's bad, but that's good.
Yeah,
It's like,
exactly.
yeah, it's the good and the bad. It's like, damn, that sucks.
Yeah.
It's like when we talked on the channel about
you
Shadow
get
of the
incest,
Conqueror,
but you
Shad's
get
book.
naval battles.
Hmm.
You get filicide, but you get cool sword fights.
Dude, the
You
naval
get
battle was
really
cool.
close mother and son relationships.
That was really gay.
How was Shad's book?
Yeah, Shad's
Shadow of the Conqueror,
Yeah.
really ambitious book to write. Really ambitious book to write. This wasn't even on this channel, but a while back, we compared it to because his brother Jazza came out with a book, and so we compared them. And it's like I think Jazz, he's an artist. He's been around YouTube.
He's an art
for a
channel,
long
yeah.
time.
Anyways, keep going.
Yeah.
Put on the gas.
He basically did 40K worship, but it's I think in some ways a better, more consistently good book than Shad's book. But I think the highs and good parts of Shad's book is better than Jazz's overall. So the lows are lower, but the highs are higher as well. It kind of makes it tricky rating the two for that reason. Also, I also love that AC's favorite dragon now is the one that looks like he brings condoms to family reunions.
Yeah, dude.
That's the dragon we're looking.
The really ratty. No, dude, the really ratty one. The more I think about it, I don't think two escaped and have just been inbreeding. I think this one was just born really messed up. And it doesn't even have a right brain, dude. It's like not even thinking right. It's just like, I'm a fucking dragon. Here I go. You know?
Say, AC, I think that the mother of that dragon had a plan A for that dragon's life and development. And then it ended up with a plan B.
Maybe she
dragon.
smoked a few too many while pregnant.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Either way,
dragon abortion jokes aside.
Yeah.
But wasn't
Oh,
Sheep
man.
Stealer like the one dragon that couldn't really be trained?
Something like that. Yeah, I don't really know the backstory too much. I'm gonna watch it.
I got it.
Discuss it.
There were 3 wild dragons on Dragonstone. Sheep Stealer was the biggest, and it was a cannibal. He had 8 other dragons on purpose and hunted them.
Yeah.
And so it was a very aggressive, wild dragon that didn't have any of the upbringing and preparation that most dragons by the Valerian make did.
So it's the Valerian version of The Hills Have Eyes.
A little
yeah, actually.
Both have dragons, yes.
Well, if there's 3, then that kind of imply, you know, like are the 2 related then, and then the third is the baby, you know. So
Well, it's like sheep stealer. Even when he flies, like he's crooked, so he just like flies in a circle. That's why he never left.
Oh
not.
man, dude. Oh, I love Sheep Stealer, dude. He's so cool.
Flying
yeah.
guys.
He doesn't know what's going on. He's just like
one wing is like this, the other's like.
Yeah.
He's a Goonies dragon. It's just, hey, you guys.
Oh, but seeing him come in, like they do a good job of like having the naval fight unfold first, and then like the dragons like come in at a certain point, and just seeing them like start one-shotting ships, it's like,
well, that's
whoa.
what would happen. Dragons versus
Yeah.
ships in Westeros is not without cannons. It's not even close.
No.
Yep. Because you get to see how hard they're fighting against each other first, and they're like trying every little thing to outthink each other, like, and they're strategizing so much, but it doesn't matter because there's just going to be dragons that swoop in and start one-shotting people, and then one of them being Sheep Stealer in this case, which I found out there's a lot of inaccuracies in this fight scene that I keep gassing up so hard. So another reason I'm going to watch it with Draco, and we're going to be pretty critical and actually make a video just kind of highlighting all of it for everybody. Like, hey, don't forget the show has already messed up a lot. Here's where it's messing up. It looks like it's going to be more of the same. So maybe invest in Night of the Seven Kingdoms more is kind
It
of
stinks.
where I'm at. But watch this for the dragons still is going to kind of be my like.
The dragons get your rocks off. It's an avalanche, but there are a lot of problems.
Those scenes, man, the fight scenes with the dragons.
Rocks fall, everybody dies.
They're doing something with it.
Also,
I don't know.
that pissed me off. Sorry, you remind me of season 8 again. But like they're like Daenerys. I'm sorry, Daenerys and Jon are flying in the sky on atop her dragons, as you do, and
As
then
you
one of them gets shot from a ship-mounted ballista.
Yeah.
Only one dragon ever died from one of those, and it was called a 1 in a million shot. And that was Dorne fighting against the Targaryens. It's like they just a lucky fucking shot.
It's like hitting a
one
bat
in
with an arrow.
It's like getting hit with a train head on, but you didn't see it coming.
Yeah. In the air.
Also in that scene, if you look, they only have bastulas on the front, and they have big square sails. You know the solution? You just fly around back.
Fly the back.
You are safe.
Go higher.
Yeah, but she forgot
Higher.
that she forgot about the war and that
She kind of forgot about the Iron.
Kind of
the
forgot
Iron
about
Fleet.
the famously.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh, remember when the long night?
Herman! Dang it! Why would you bring that up again? I didn't remember that.
Do you guys remember when the long
Because-
night was literally one night and you couldn't see anything? Yeah.
Because that was where you placed all of your forces outside the freaking castle.
Oh yeah, let's hide outside the walls, guys.
Genius.
That's the way.
We'll stop them. The walls aren't there for protection or anything; they're just kind of decoration.
Yeah, that's how I've always thought it.
I threw my shoe at the freaking TV.
Yeah,
Oh.
I don't blame you.
Yeah,
Wait,
remember when you
which season was this?
Season 8.
This was season 8.
Oh, I'm not
Remember
even
when the
surprised.
Dothraki charged and did a night charge
For no reason.
in the
Oh,
dark?
My goodness.
Yeah.
No
Anyway.
reason.
Yeah, but
This
they
is-
had
Commander,
flaming
there's a cliff.
swords.
Run after it.
Yeah.
It's times like
Hey, that's
those that I'm like, no matter how much I question
My writing.
question my writing and the
Yeah.
intelligence
As
of
shit
my
as I am,
characters.
I'm not that shit.
At least my characters aren't that dumb.
Yep. Yep. And then
Alexander Zorn is going to make better decisions than that.
Yeah,
Yes.
I was like,
exactly.
you've got to be kidding me.
Say-
There's a reason why the castles have walls, and that is to keep bad people out. You don't put all of your forces outside the walls because they'll get
is
killed.
everyone in the show
Yeah.
like 1/4 Targaryen or something? Like, why is everyone stupid right now?
They
It's
all
the
got
writing.
Habsburg jaws, man. What's going on?
Yeah, no, it's like, say what you want about Alexander Zorn. He will not fall for the ladyboy hooker more than once. All right.
My goodness, Kahuna, you
I
are
love
on
you,
it.
Bill. I love you, brother.
I mean, you're not wrong. At that point, he's going to be like, I can't trust this part of the galaxy anymore. Things are not what they seem.
He's like, I swear to God, this is the last time.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, it's a good thing.
I'm trying to find a good clip.
That's a track.
for-
Of course, the funny
Yeah.
part is that there are two very well-known rock songs about guys picking up quote women
Yeah.
and finding out the hard way that they weren't.
Oh,
One was Lola, and the other one I think is Layla.
Ouch.
I
Ouch.
have stories from Navy men I cannot share on stream.
Well, I think there's the famous quote from Boromir himself.
One does not simply walk into Mordor.
Gandalf knows.
That was gay illusion the entire time. I knew
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, you can't walk into the red light district of Mordor with like $100 and just expect everything to be normal. Like what happens in Mordor does not stay in Mordor.
The
Sauron sees you.
The corruption follows you, so to say.
He sees you. Yeah. It's like oh man, I'm resisting the urge to make a joke about Epstein blackmail stuff. It'll just let's go back to
that typical Lord of the
Reagan
Rings
talk.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the Eye of Sauron is like spying, blackmail. You get it.
Yeah. Sauron has a list. Anyway,
He has a list. Yeah.
It's
right next to his island.
Seems real convenient that the king of Gondor brought about his end right before he was about to release those files.
Yeah. Instead of an island, it's just like a ring of mountains, right? Like private. You can't, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just.
It's in the south.
Tolkien was telling us the whole time, guys.
The stairs
Release the
above
Feymoor files.
Uldur.
They have minions in armor and swords.
Yeah.
the Silk Palace. It's just Shelob's lair. Anyway.
Yeah, just Shelob's lair. Yeah, for real.
This joke has gone way further.
It keeps working though, especially when you bring up like Silk Palace.
I know that was a choice of words.
It's a good one. But yeah, we're gonna watch that. I'm glad you're here, Jared. Do you have any particular thoughts about Quigley? I'm sure it's floating. Like even if I think it, I'm pretty.
For me. So I'm trying to remember whenever Quigley came out. I mean, it's like early 90s, I believe. And as soon as it was available on VHS, we bought it. And I have seen it. I know I have seen it close to, if not 100 times.
Heck yeah.
It was a really popular on TV movie too. I'm not sure.
It was
why.
1990.
Yep.
Yeah.
Same year as me when I was made or born, I guess.
Yeah, so that was one of the staples in the Christman household. Even though it is a Western, it is not technically a Western.
I was gonna say. I wonder what.
It's a neo-Western or whatever.
Oh man,
Dude,
what? that one comment stirred up so much shit.
Oh, dude, yeah, I talked about this dude. I'm like, I was joking when I was talking about how bad your opinions were, but then like you had people coming after you on Twitter, dude.
Oh, that's funny.
And then there's like Snow coming in. It's like, well, what about my series? You're like, I'll make an exception for you. I'm like, yeah, great. Damn right you will.
I just tossed out a game from my childhood that I really liked, and I can't blame them. It's more fantasy than it is Western. It just has like a kind of Western aesthetic. I can't blame you, Jared.
Yeah.
That's because he is in the wild, wild west. Anyway,
I think partially people got so upset because there's like what Kahuna said. There's like credibility behind you.
Yeah,
I've met R.H. Snow. It would not end well.
Yeah.
One of the like if you look at any major film library or film catalog, you're not going to find. Where are you going to find Star Wars, Star Trek, Firefly? Like, what category are they going to be listed under?
excellence.
Sci-fi. They're not going to be listed in Westerns. Like, they just won't.
Historical fiction.
I've always thought that Star Wars being called a Western was honky. I thought that was nonsense.
It's like and like, but so the three titles that kept coming up from everybody's like, well, what about Star Wars? Or what about Cowboy Bebop? Or what about Firefly? Star Wars,
Cowboy
Cowboy
was just a
Bebop.
name in Cowboy Bebop.
Thank
literally.
you.
Yeah.
But either way,
That's
it's
a
like
bounty hunter like thing.
none of those titles are listed in the Western category of on any film catalog or library. They're just not. So, and part of it is too is like it also comes from like being like I still have a foot in that world, in what the Western lifestyle cowboy culture world. So that like calling Star Wars a Western, it would be like or to a skater calling Back to the Future 2 a skater movie because of the hoverboards.
Yeah.
It's like it's the loosest association you could possibly make, and it doesn't work because
Wars is
this
like-
person, like a skater, knows the skater world. Like
I would argue Firefly is more Western than like the skateboard comparison.
it's the same, but it's the same. It's the same compare. It's the same.
Star Wars
argument.
is more like
Yeah.
like sword and fantasy.
but it's
Star Wars was
Star Wars is star and
again.
star-
Okay, hold on. Pump the brakes on all your autism for a minute and listen to what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's like,
I struggle with that.
we're talking about an association here.
Wow.
An incredibly loose association that people inside, like I could go get all of my cowboy friends in here, and they're all and you could list off all of these titles that everyone was trying to say, and none of those people who are actually in that world, which is being portrayed on film, are going to side with that. Are going to say, Star Wars is obviously a Western. Cowboy Bebop's a Western. Like they're not Westerns to those people because they know. And so that's the only reason for people that want to be a part of that want to say it. That's fine. You can say that. It's just people in that world are never going to agree with that. They're never going to. That's never going to be a legitimate opinion for them. And in the halls of film, you're never going to find Star Wars, Star Trek, Firefly, Cowboy Bebop, or any of those other titles listed in the Western genre category. They're going to be in sci-fi because that's what they are.
That sounds communist to me.
I agree.
They may borrow.
Jared, to attribute
Flop.
to use a bad faith argument on you.
Guys, I asked all of my Nazi friends if Inglourious Bastards is a Nazi movie, and they all agree it's not a Nazi movie. I asked them; they all told me. Anyway,
all I have to say is that Star Wars. I will fully agree with Jared here. Star Wars is not a Western.
yeah,
It's Akira Kurosawa's Hidden Fortress, but in space.
Yeah.
And with the Force. And Cowboy Bebop,
it's samurai fantasy in space.
The title of Cowboy Bebop really is just limited to the title, and the title is basically just describing the vibe or aesthetic of the show.
Yeah,
that's really at most what it's doing.
It's a bounty hunter show.
It's not even a samurai story. It's like, Cowboy Bebop is kind of just a future setting with fun characters.
Yeah,
that's kind of. So Sci-Fi. I guess that's it for that one.
Yep, Sci-Fi, like Jared said. It all kind of like it's like a drain, all leading back to Sci-Fi. If it doesn't, it's like a different animal.
I would not argue for putting Firefly in the Western, but I would also call it a sci-fi Western.
Sci-fi first. I want to point something out. Before I moved out on my own, I never really understood some certain aspects of Cowboy Bebop. Now that I am having to pay bills monthly on a crisp income of $14 an hour, I gotta say, I understand. I understand the struggle.
Yeah.
Manji, we don't listen to women on this show, so there's that.
There's a reason the lights stay off in my office. It's so that you guys can't see how decrepit and falling apart the trailer is.
Do you scream at your roommates when they open the fridge? Shut the fridge! Letting go. You're going to cool down the whole neighborhood.
No, Circus is just as poor as I am.
I love that you call him Circus.
That's what he calls himself. That's his public alias.
It's awesome.
It's just Circus. It's Wyoming Circus Freak. That's the only reason anyone knows publicly that I live in Wyoming.
Mm-hmm.
If I had it my own way, I would not even reveal what state I am in. But it is common knowledge that Circus and I are roommates.
If you never let me know where you live, I can never show up unannounced at where you live.
No, speaking
partially closed
with bolt cutters.
Get the
with bolt cutters and a blowtorch.
Did they leave the fridge open?
He's gonna build away.
Show your head.
Walk,
show
open
your
the
head.
fridge.
Show your bald head.
Spam Musubi.
Yeah.
No,
Look at
that
this
head's a
motherfucker. Get the
Did you
fuck
give
out
all
the
of your
office.
hair to Bill? What is happening?
Yes, he gave all of his hair to me.
You know, Bill, if you build a bunker beneath the trailer, then anybody can show up unannounced all they want, but you'll be ready.
No,
That's
because
right.
you
There you
can't
go.
build a bunker on a budget. That's not how that works.
Oh, damn it.
Not with that attitude.
Bunkers on a budget equal death. We all know this.
All you need is a fridge. That's all you need.
Well, yeah, that'll survive a nuclear bomb. I've seen the 4th Indiana Jones film. Yeah.
So that's what we get when I start using his name too many times. He just saunters into the office because I left the door open.
To be fair, he's in somewhere in your house and hears Circus, Wyoming Circus Freak. Doctor Who.
Close the damn fridge. That's stuck in my head
But-
now. I don't know
so-
why specifically the fridge, but I'm here for it.
But
So, yeah,
Bill, you're gonna wake up one day, you're gonna find a full of Spam Musubi in your fridge. You'll
I
know.
love that Kahuna just freezes while he's trying to make a joke. You froze right in the middle of your joke, dude.
Oh no! I said Bill, you'll open your fridge one day and there'll be 2 Spam Musubi just sitting there. You'll know. The
There'll be two
Kahuna
what?
has arrived.
Did he say Shamu?
Spamu.
Spam Musubi.
Spam musubi?
What?
Zoom type.
What the fuck does that mean, Kobe
Brother
Bryant?
with their long hair like the girls and the chickies down by the beach, man. We Spam Musubi. Spam sushi, but you cook it, man. You yeah, it's good.
Raw fish.
Okay, so Kahuna
Ridiculous.
let out his inner. I'm guessing
was
that's
grooving,
Hawaiian
dude.
there.
Oh,
No,
man.
no, no. It's he's black. You see, he had to let it out.
No, Kahuna starts Hawaiian and ends Jamaican.
I do. I don't know.
That was awesome. That was awesome.
I haven't been to the islands in
He's
for too
Jamaican.
long, man. Get me back in the island. I'll turn
Jamaican.
native quick.
You have to
Start
resynchronize.
I do, dude. I get there. I'm talking about
Hello.
myself, hey, boo boo, come over here. He's like, ooh, come over. He's talking like that. I'm like, sorry.
It's such a unique accent, though, man.
Yeah.
I love it.
The chat did demand a haka earlier when we first started. But
Oh, they did. I missed it. Oh, I would have done it too.
hold on, I think. Let me see.
Who
if I
the
have it.
fuck just said that?
I don't want to
Sorry.
be. What did you say? Yeah.
That's
okay, Reagan.
racist.
No. I was with my girlfriend's family and my kids. Once they found out that I like to swim, we were all in the lake, and then I had a group of about 10 children trying to drown me for 5 hours. It was a good time, but I was like, "You guys ever see Hawaiian spray?" They're like, "No." I'm like, "Hey, akachi hata e hura makete." It's fun. I scared the children. It was good.
That's the
Good.
point. That is the point. They need to
Then they
know,
start-
Kahuna.
Then they found I could launch them into the air, and I'm like, dude, my shoulders can't do this forever.
Then they started
Yeah.
doing hakas at you if you didn't launch
No,
it.
Dare
no.
to dream, Kahuna. Launch those kids into the air.
I did.
Well,
The
what is it?
strongest
Punch them
will
like a
survive,
football.
Shot
and the
put?
weak will be culled.
Yeah.
I like taking women to the islands just so I could hear them butcher
The meek shall
Hawaiian.
inherit the earth.
That's awesome.
6
And then
feet
and plus I get to see their face when I ask if they want to go see the blowhole, because that's just a funny thing to say. and it's also fun to go, but
It's also fun to hear.
Okay, genuine question, Kahuna. How is Hawaii actually said? What is the proper?
Fantastic.
they got him,
timing.
boys.
They got him.
got him.
They pinpointed his location as soon as he said.
Okay,
Good.
everyone just started turning into robots on my end.
You're good
No,
now.
it's just you.
It was definitely you.
Yeah, you're good now, though. Continue.
No. Try it again.
You were asking about the proper pronunciation.
You were asking the proper pronunciation of Hawaii.
Hawaii.
It's not Hawaii.
It's Hawaii, right?
Hawaii. No, Hawaii.
No, that's the Chinese company that puts all that spyware on their laptops.
Oh
Yeah.
I
Dude,
thought
that's
that
on
was
all of
that
our
was,
laptops now, dude.
That was that.
Shay
that
Shay.
was. Never mind. I can't make that joke.
Did you pronounce it with a
Hawaii.
V?
Wait, what?
With a V. Yeah. Hawaii.
Hawaii.
Whoa! Never say that again.
Wait, do you say it with the V or do you say it with a W? I'm so confused right now. This is why I can't handle foreign languages, dude.
Hawaii.
Dude, you speak English. If you
About-
can speak and read English, you're ahead of the curve, man.
You underestimate the level of my tardation, good sir.
Why napa napa?
Gesundheit.
I'm smart.
Make de hunu.
Yeah.
I know things. I'm smart.
Leave my
Wicked
brother.
smart.
Wicked smart.
Wicked
Get me
smart.
coffee in a car.
Based.
It was like I was talking with my coworker earlier. I'm like, when I rewatched Yu-Gi-Oh with my kids, I anticipated a lot. I'm like, I remember Joey having like a New Yorker like city accent,
Yeah.
but it like my memory must be wrong because
No.
like in my head it's ridiculous. And then I'm watching Yu-Gi-Oh with my kids. It's like, hey Yugi, look here, I got a bunch of monster cards. I'm like,
Okay.
holy sweet, fuck.
Is that
Dude,
no? No.
More New Yorker
Hey,
than I could have
Yugi.
ever dreamed.
I love the Yu-Gi-Oh dub.
Hold up.
Simply because of that.
What's his name? What was his name again? What's the
Joey
character's-
Wheeler.
Joey Wheeler. I don't
You
know.
remember
What's
the
going on.
last? I actually did too. Never mind. I'm a nerd.
Everyone remembers Joey Wheeler's full name.
He's the
Okay.
gambler. Yeah.
What's wrong with my monster cards? I'm taking you down.
Oh, you
Okay,
got
so
me
you're
wanting to
saying-
watch Yu-Gi-Oh right now.
the godfather of the games. Okay?
Are you
It's
saying
time
it's?
Whoa, wrong way.
Are you
with
saying
that
it's
one.
more Jersey than you remember?
Oh, it's way more Jersey than I remember. Like aggressively so.
I'm ready for
Look,
it. I'm
he,
looking
he's
at
got his blue eyes white dragon, Yugi.
Dude, that's why I love Joey. He just
Oh, yeah, I also showed my my African American coworker the Ghost Stories dub for recently.
Dude,
did you show him the bunny scene?
I did. I did.
We can't be together, and it's not because you're a rabbit.
It's because you're black. He wasn't. He was saying something when that line happened. He's like, "Wait a second, bring it back."
Jamie, rewind to that clip.
Oh,
Another great line from that show. Imagine a big black man is chasing you.
He
Well, at
falls
least he's
immediately.
not racist.
At least he's
He
not
only
racist.
got a
He's
couple
1.2
seconds.
seconds.
Need a trap card.
That's it!
Yeah! I knew it!
So aggressive.
Show me the trap card.
It's so perfect, and it's part of what makes the Yu-Gi-Oh dub so much fun.
I'm like red eyes black dragon.
Okay. It show's awesome.
And then you watch some kids shows from your childhood, and you're like, oh man,
Yeah.
not good. I like Zoids, New Century Zero. I let my kids watch it. It's great. It's formulaic, whatever. It's good. It's a good formula, and it's short enough that you don't get too tired of it. Then I tried watching Beyblades. It's so bad. It's unbelievably bad. I remember being gripped by the story. They had my kahunas in a vice. I'm like, how is he going to beat this the baseball player who like, oh yeah, all the sports players that do their spinning top attacks have to do the sport that they're doing, a sports move to activate their spinning this top. It was retarded. But the baseball guy is just like, you think I was going fast before, but I didn't tell you. I'm actually red eyes, right-handed. No, switch his hands. I'm like, no.
You gotta do like the Kaiba being blown away thing, like
let it rip. Yeah.
Oh,
So-
sorry.
I was so glad my kids didn't get into that, like the show, because Theron was watching a couple episodes, and I'm watching. It's like, this is the stupidest thing I've ever seen.
Oh, Beyblades is trash.
Like,
Yeah,
this
it's
is
really
so bad. So he didn't care about the show, but for Christmas a couple of years ago, my in-laws bought him like one
arena.
of those miniature Beyblade fighting pit arena, like you could. It's like the plastic dish that you can have your actual
your
Beyblade
battles in.
toys. If I
Battle
did,
arena, yeah.
those things are a blast.
Yeah.
They're so much fun.
When you have good quality ones, they absolutely are. My dad.
Oh my gosh.
When I was a kid, my brother and I and our friends got really into it for a while. And my dad's like, I have a bowl. I have a steel bowl. I'm going to put it in the concrete porch in the back. Also, we could probably attach metal to the to these Beyblades. Like,
Have you seen like the videos on YouTube of like people making Beyblades dangerous and stuff?
oh,
Like they put like
intense.
saw blades, they spin them up with drills and
No, they
start
then they
flying.
pour a little lighter fluid and oil in there.
Yes.
So they're just
That's amazing. Oh,
This
dude.
is the natural
it's
escalation.
like war robots, but with Beyblades.
I was just gonna say animation. This is the natural escalation. It goes to this, then you're like the dopamine in your brain. It's not enough, so you have to like do battle bots.
Next
now.
generation, we're gonna put nukes on them. Just
Yeah. Oh my goodness, like little mini baby nukes.
It's like
No,
leave
you
it
hit
to
them just
Japan.
when
They will take
explode.
any child's toy or game and find a way to make money off of it, monetize it. Also, if it's a product that exists, it can be a cute anime girl.
Try the new toy, Nuke Ninjas.
Ninja.
But dude,
Try
like,
now.
Theron couldn't care less about the Beyblade story or any show or anything.
Oh, it's such trash.
but like
Bad.
the actual Beyblade tops, man. Like we will just rip those things on each other and just like and talk so much crap to each other while our tops are smashing
Oh,
into each
man.
other. It's so
I'm telling my wife.
You're a third-rate
Tell my
dueler
wife.
with a fourth-rate dick.
That's something I could see my son just geeking out about right now. He's
Oh, dude, get it,
Or-
dude.
Kids like tops, like even normal
Yeah.
tops. My grandma has all these antique wooden tops back from when she was a child, so a long time ago. Maybe even one of them's even older. It's like from 1904 or something like that. But yeah, they loved those tops.
Yeah.
Not even for
And-
battling, but just for fun.
I'm pretty sure Beyblade is based on like an ancient Japanese toy that they would wrap rope around stones and pull them, and they would spin.
oh, that's cool.
And I
That
think
sure
it was
sounds
called
like
like Bayagon or
creative
something back in the day.
PS way to sell more Beyblades.
We used to. I mean, when I was a kid, we used to have that. It was a game. It was like Battle Tops or something, and it was a big plastic bowl with these tops that you could, spin up and let them go. And it ended when one of them was knocked out of the bowl.
Essentially the exact same thing
Same
Yeah.
thing.
with just really
A
with a lame
Japanese.
title. Yeah.
They're like people like Japanese things now.
It's like, what if this top
Beyblades.
had no, Herman, what if this top had the spirit of a dragon and you won through the power of friendship and learning how to talk to your top while it battles even better?
And what if there was 3,000 other different kind of tops spirits that you could collect? What if
Like
Oh,
someone
level
always-
13 powers.
I would love to have heard the pitch meeting for that. It's like Pokemon, but with tops.
and even more.
Also,
You ever
what's
seen
the
that video?
strategy? You release the top and then it just does its thing.
I could see
You ever seen that? You ever
Oh,
seen
God.
that the videos on YouTube, the pitch meeting videos?
Yes.
Yeah,
So good.
They're good. Yeah.
Very
So
funny.
good.
I remember back when that was a meme, like the
Yeah.
throwing the guy out the window, like they're all suggesting something ridiculous, and he says something sensible.
It's going to
Angry.
be super easy, barely an inconvenience.
Oh man,
All right, guys, what do you think? Call it. I
I
have.
think we're approaching that time. I'm sweating my nuts off right now.
I
It
have a
is so
critical.
hot.
I think they
Like,
make
we were talking about people dying of heat stroke in the UK and how they're retarded.
Yeah.
Also, I have no AC in this garage, and it is.
Oh yeah.
Well, you live really far away from me. Okay, that's the last time I'm doing it. After the show, I'm gonna do a little watch party with House of the Dragon in the Discord. Bill, Herman, animation, anybody. Kahuna, if you want to like sit in front of a fan and watch, I don't care.
You'll just hear me just in the background.
Yep. Yeah. Kahuna, your mic's on. What? Yeah. All right, guys. I've had my
pretty
link
good
on
word.
screen, so I've been chilling this whole time. I'm good on chilling tonight. Whoever else can chill, I'm good.
Either way, ladies and gentlemen, time to shill your stuff.
Yeah.
Guys, buy Herman's books.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, buy my books. Buy
We're
them.
not going to tell you why, but just
Buy
know
them by
that
the truckload.
they are the best.
Yes, the next book's coming out soon. I don't know when, so I think I'm going to contact the artist sometime this week. You know, I've been preoccupied with other things.
Oh, weird. Like going to the hospital. Jeez.
Yeah,
He's been distracted.
I've had 5 surgeries in 4 months.
Dude, that's insane.
I know. I wish they would stop cutting things out of me, but okay.
Yeah, I do not want your books to be collectible yet.
Yeah.
All
That's what I'm looking for.
all I have to say, Herman, is Zydrate comes in a little glass vial.
I have no idea what that means, but okay.
Is that wait? Is that like?
I can see Jared got it.
I didn't get it. I'm just laughing at how.
Oh,
odd
you
are.
didn't? Have you not? Am I the only person here who's watched Repo?
Repo? I've never heard of that.
Bill
What
is
is that?
Bill is
Was it
truly
the-
the Ethan Longballs of this podcast. truly.
That's the
You set
genetic
him up for it.
opera.
Okay, I'm gonna have the genetic opera.
There we go.
That's
I've
the
seen
that's
it.
the iconic song.
I've
Zydrate
seen-
comes in a little glass vial.
I've seen it, but I've
Herman
never watched it. I've seen it available, but I've never watched it.
Okay, I was like,
Bill's like,
did you-
say something relatable. What?
This goes.
None of you have
this-
heard of it.
Yeah, this goes all the way. I mean, that show goes all the way back to like around the time of Blockbuster. Probably pre-Blockbuster.
Yeah.
So that's an old film.
Dude,
Childhood
I've seen it
memories.
once, but I don't remember that from it at all.
You've seen Repo once?
Yeah.
Well, then obviously you weren't paying attention to like the best songs a musical has produced.
You
Kahuna's
might have
giving
gotten
me a
up to
death
get
glare.
popcorn.
So, but anyways, yeah, next book. I'm going to try and get the next book out this year. It's about 160,000 words at this point. All the beta readers are coming back saying it's my best work yet.
Nice.
So,
Impressive too.
and
Nice.
I usually pick beta readers from the fans of my other stuff. So if you like my other stuff, you're going to get more of it, better of it, and a lot. You get more of it, better of it, and a lot more of it.
It's going to be bigger,
Anyways.
better, faster, longer, than
Bigger.
before.
The hedge
It'll be
always
bigger,
Girthier
longer,
than
and
before.
uncut.
grows.
Now, guys, I'm not going to tell you what they're about. There's synopsis online of what his books are about. You can read that anywhere. I'm going to give you what it feels like to read it. His books are like my ideal woman. Small, very tight. Enjoy.
Oh,
Okay.
It's just like prom all over again, which I absolutely went to.
I believe you just didn't go with like
Petite, soft
or
to the
something.
touch, bound in the back weight.
Bill, how
It's a trap.
how were those breasts? Were they like 2 bags of sand? Was that?
Oh,
Oh, she never let me hit. She was just a raging. See you next Tuesday.
I know, and your teacher too. That's wild. Anyway, Ayo,
That's why I
chill your
always.
stuff, brother.
Oh, what's
Dude.
that? It's my turn to show.
That was quite a segue.
yes.
So in between my current effort to digitize my Doctor Who library, which could very well become an effort to digitize my entire DVD and Blu-ray library at this point, because
Ooh,
I'm
cool.
a paranoid SOB. I write a sci-fi pulp called Zorn, and you can find it at zorn.substack.com. That is Zulu Omega Romeo November Echo.substack.com.
Just look up Zorn.
Well,
You
I
have to
spell
spell
it
it out that
because
way.
there's an E at the end, Kahuna.
There should be an E at the end.
Come
That's the
on,
words.
Kahuna.
I'm
Jeez.
sorry. I'm sorry. Spell it out for us.
I already did.
Ah, that's true.
What? You can't keep
Kahuna,
up
you're
with the
so
NATO
feisty.
alphabet?
Because
Anyway,
NATO
guys, he likes
Public
British
NATO
things,
alphabet.
so gay. Oh, Jared, sell your stuff.
No, I got the GoFundMe going for the second film, and the link is right there. Thank you, AC. Yeah, man.
pleasure.
Yeah, help us out. Check it out. We are trying to think what we've got coming up next with that film is I'm location scouting. Yeah, so one of the most critical scenes in the film, which required a pretty big set piece. I got that locked down last week, so we're pretty excited about
Yeah,
that.
boy.
And the set is so cool that I was telling Daniel, I was like, I'm thinking about ways to make the scene longer just so we can shoot at this place more, because it's actually really awesome, man. This really big but really old grain mill, and there's like a foot chase through this thing that we're going to do, and so got that locked in and scheduled, so that's good. And then do some more location scouting this week. So yeah, check out our GoFundMe, share the link around, help us out if you can. Every little bit helps. Give Hollywood the finger.
Heck yeah.
Absolutely. AC, anything before we go, my man?
Nope, just grinding away at the music when I can. Not much time to work lately. It's been pretty crazy around here.
No,
But whittling away at it. I recently consolidated all my lyrics in one place, so I'm gonna go over that. And I've been really thinking about making some sort of side thing out of that. Maybe some sort of just like art book. That'd be cool. I don't know, just like a lyric book. I don't know, something fun. What about you, Animation?
Hi, Wesley.
Check out these guys' stuff. Get me up to 21 followers on Twitter. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're hitting that next stretch goal.
Yeah.
Last time I hit that, my doctor said you shouldn't do that to your body. Anyway, boys, I am going. I'll take us out of the world here.
Well, hold on, really quick.
Oh.
This Wesley guy, he wants us to pray to Jesus.
Oh, okay.
You guys want to pray?
Okay.
Always.
Yep. He says he wants us to ask Jesus to reveal something. Very specific. I'm down for it. Kahuna, you want to take us out and lead us in prayer? And then Wesley, thanks for joining us. And we hope your prayers are answered, sir. God bless.
Dear Lord, thank you for this opportunity to spend time with brothers and sisters in Christ. Thank you for an opportunity to talk about culture and stories and the things that add salt and meaning to our lives here on our short time here on earth. Please help us to focus on what is truly important. Help us to always be aiming up, even when we're down in the pits. In your name, amen.
Amen.
Awesome.
I'll
You
have
guys
to
have a
save
good
that
night.
joke I had about Bill for later. Anyway,
Yes.
love you guys. I will see you next Tuesday at 6:30 PST. The Lord's time. See you.